Holy cow, there's a bunch of you guys already here. You win for this evening. You beat me. Trying to get everything set up. So let me finish getting everything set up. I was kind of lazy. I was sitting on the floor under the fan watching uh, watching YouTube. Speaking of YouTube videos, straight play from when I finished watching earlier. So let me get the live stream loaded on my laptop here so I can make sure that it is running. And I'll be with you guys in one moment to say hi. Again, I was being lazy. And let's jump into it. Anybody, bonus points for anybody who knows who says that. It was one of the last things that I watched. Alright, mute that. Let's get over here now. Let's see, who do we have? Question J, what's going on? Victor, what's up, Kent? I'm not late. I am right on time. Jack says, woo! Now it's a 6-4 waiting. Get your adult beverage ready. Yes. Get those thumbs up as well. If you haven't already hit that thumbs up, please. Question J says, just finished eating. Got my bottle of water ready. Look, Question J was throwing down on the grill. I saw a few moments ago. He was throwing down on the grill. He had a whole bunch of stuff on the grill. William Hill, how you doing this evening? Man, that's good to see you in the chat tonight, barbecue. He says, even I'm on time. Oh, man. What's up, Jimmy from Cuff and Stuff? Mike Hall is here. Hold up, no. We got William Hill and Mike Hall. Shoo. Drew, how you doing this evening? Hey, Q, Daddy Barbecue, who is not Kevin. All right, he's not Kevin. Grumpus says, every evening, everyone. Time shift, buona noche, toto bem. All right, hopefully everything is good with you. Chef Orel says, what's Gucci? Grumpus has got me a little Texas crown tonight. What's up, Ricer from Dead Brook Barbecue. FF double D, so double F double D. How to smoke in a Weber 22 tips, please. All right, so here's the thing. What we normally do is for the first hour of the live stream, I typically try to stay on topic and we talk about the topic at hand. During the second hour of the live stream, that's when we kind of open it up and you can ask me anything and we can kind of talk about it. But as far as, I'll give you a quick tip on the Weber 22. Slow and sear is going to be your best friend. Make that investment. The Slow and Sear 2.0, it is worth the $100. I know it's $100. I bought one myself. It's worth it. It is definitely worth it. Toto Bam, he says. All right, Mr. Hawkins says he's this Bamf, Mo Butter Baby, and cheers. Look, speaking of cheers, I have this little mason jar with some ice in it. And now you guys, yes, definitely congratulations, Ricer, on him getting 10,000 subscribers. It is a big deal. All right, so you guys, speaking of big deals, Quester J, he put some stuff in a box for me, and these were part of the things that were in the box. So this one says, Quiet Man, me being quiet. And this one says Extra Brooks Bourbon Whiskey. Genuine Kentucky Sour Mash. And this just says Traditional Irish Blend Whiskey. Which one of these should I drink? This one, the Quiet Man, or the other? So Quiet Man or the other? Which should I drink? That's how we're going to start this evening out. And then I have a couple beers chaser. So what you cooking? Brown. What do you guys think? Quiet Man, Irish whiskey, or the what is that? Kentucky Sour Mash. All right. Michael Kennedy says both. Mike Hall says other. This was the other, and this was the Irish whiskey. All right. So Let's see. Quiet Man. All right, we got 2 for Quiet Man, and we got 2 for both. Well, 1 for both, 1 for other. Slam the other. All right. Oh boy. Quiet Man, since the beer is the hype man. Okay. Morgan says a sour mash. In which it's which order? All right, it ain't which is in which order. All right, I'm gonna drink the bourbon whiskey first. So, like I said, I have a couple ice cubes in here. Ice cubes in here. What's up, Jay? How you doing, sir? And I'm gonna just pour this over ice because I'm a weenie and I can't drink it hot or straight. I'm still learning how to whiskey and such. All right, I'm gonna sip on this. And ice definitely helps. Whew, it's still hot. All right, double F, double D. Just cheers. Yes, indeed. Cheers. Salud. Mimi Kill, how you doing this evening? Hey Dash, hey everybody. So what is good with everybody tonight? Jack says cheers. King Dula says cheers. Oh man. Oh Taylor. Hello. I missed you there. I didn't see you come in. I was too busy putting liquor to my lips. He says, "Hey yo. Hope you're well. Cheers. Yes indeed. I am doing just fine." What's up, Lee? Lee, Smoking Bears. He says, hello, Dash and everyone getting ready for work but listening. Lee, hopefully you appreciated the fact that I cooked in the cast iron in the, I thought of you when I was doing it in my Dutch oven. A lot of times when I'm frying food, I fry in that Dutch oven. But I meant to mention you when I was doing that filming, but I was having a bunch of other trouble. So, Corey says, chess, all right. Grumpus, did the live go down or is it just a blank on my end? No, it's just blank on your end, Jack. Or excuse me, Jay. Everyone, I can still see it. Don't scare me like that. Hey, look, if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up button for me, please. I would greatly appreciate it if you could do that for me. It really does help me feel better about doing these videos, and it also helps this particular video as well as the channel immensely. So if you could hit that thumbs up button for me, I'd greatly appreciate it. If you're on mobile, you kind of have to back out of the chat. Then you can see where you can hit that thumbs up, and then you hit live chat to come back into the chat. So if you haven't already, again, I would greatly appreciate it if you could do that for me. Oh man, Grumpus is rather popular tonight. Everybody saying hi to Grumpus. Hi Grumpus. Hi Jack. I love it when you guys are interacting with each other. That is awesome. Seriously, it is really awesome. All right, so I look. I guess I'm doing better on this than I thought. Oh, just like a little corner left. Ooh, drip, 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 drip. Let's see if I can. Yep, still making it in there. All right. All the cool kids are here tonight. Sure enough, yeah, definitely all the cool kids. What's up, Kent? How you doing? Love how the beard is coming along. Well, thank you. I did, use the hot brush and pull it out, but actually, this is annoying me. I gotta cut this down. Usually, I trim the sides down a little bit, and it'll look more like this. But from events from a few weeks ago, I had a haircut scheduled for the boys, and then sometimes I'll try to sneak in myself and get my beard trimmed, and it didn't happen. So I actually have an appointment scheduled for us next week, and man, I'll be happy when it gets cut. At least when a boy's hairs get cut. I will probably between now and then trim the sides of mine down. I don't have a problem trimming mine down, and I'll just kind of not buzz it, but I'll trim it down with a number 1 or number 2 blade, and just trim it down the sides, and then I'll still keep the front full, but the sides I'll have trimmed down, like to the point where you can, like right now, you can't see my earrings. So yeah, after I've trimmed my beard down, I've had people be like, "When did you get your ears pierced?" I'm like, 16. Yeah. Uh, yeah. I guess Maria's World. Hello. How you doing? Kent says he's still on cloud 9. He did a great job over the weekend, and he won. He did well. He had a really good showing in his competition over the weekend. Troy Jones, what's going on? He's just peeking in. Well, don't do that, man. Just come on in, sit down, get comfortable. You can join in on the conversation. We don't bite. Uh, Morgan says looks gnarly right now, though. Love it. Well, it is extra. It is extra right now. I mean, so yeah, yeah. It's we're getting almost fully mammoth status, caveman-ish esque. Yeah. Yeah, Maria says, "LOL, didn't even know you had earrings." For some reason, my screen keeps blacking out. Oh no, I don't know what the deal. Like I said, this is why I leave my laptop where I bring my laptop up so I can watch the stream to make sure that it doesn't go down. Because I have had it go down, and I'm like, still talking away, and then I see, yeah, no. No, Kent. I've had a beard. I grow my beard out. You know, I grow my beard out. This is not a quarantine beard. It's not a COVID beard. Trust me, dude. It looked a little rough around the edges when I was sitting in the room for a week. I had to trim up here, and I don't trim on the underside of my beard because I found that when I trim down under, that's when I, have ingrown hairs, and it is bothersome. So I do keep the top side trimmed, and I don't have to deal with ingrown hairs up top. But down at the bottom, where it curls in, I would. Yeah. Jack says that's a teeny mason jar. Yes, I brought this mason jar back from Mexico. We're not going to talk about how I acquired this teeny mason jar, but I thought it was so awesome because it had a handle on it and everything. See, it came in perfect. It came perfect for tonight. What's up, Ray Mac, man? Oh, thank you so very much, man. You know what's awesome is folks who appreciate other folks cooking, and I'll tell you right now, sir. I watch your videos occasionally when they pop up, but I don't I don't watch a whole lot of other folks cooking stuff, just because I don't want to be accused of oh, you saw that on this person's channel, you're doing that because you saw that. So I'm removing that from the equation. So that's why a lot of times when I watch other people's videos, I don't always comment and other things like that. Just because, unless it's somebody who's starting out and has asked me to help them, hey, if you see something on my channel that you could, help me improve upon. But Ray Mac, I've definitely watched a couple, and you've seen me like on your Instagram live and things like that as well. So mad respect, definitely respect your hustle as well. What kind of beard straightener do I use? On the channel a few months ago, I talked about the heated beard brush that I use, and what happens is it pulls. I mean, it'll straighten this thing out to like there. All right, and this is what happens after it kind of curls up just a little bit from the moisture and air, the humidity. It's not like super straight, but I did straighten it out this morning, and this is what it is. Sounds like a good story in Mexico. Nah, Morgan. So when we went to Mexico this past Christmas, when we checked in, they gave us a drink in these little teeny glasses, and one of the glasses just came home with me. Have you seen an infomercial that tames a beard and mustache? I think it's the equivalent of a hair flat iron. I could be wrong. No, Maria. So that's pretty much what I have. It is. It is a heated beard brush. It is a heated brush, and it is exactly it. If you like I said, if you look back on my channel, you can see where I used this beard brush. I guess it was about 6-8 months ago. Actually, shoot, we're in August now, so it was almost a year ago I posted that video. Right, sir. I see what you. I see what you did there. I got you. I got you. Yep. Check it out. Well, thank you very much, King Dula, and Morgan is cracking up. Yeah, man. You know, don't worry about how I acquired this. All right. Oh man, this live keeps going back on my end and have to restart all over. Well, Jay, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Hopefully it gets better for you. All right. So I feel like I need to drink a little bit more liquor before I start drinking the beer. The only problem is I'm low on my ice, so I'm gonna have to get a couple more ice cubes. No straightening comb, man. Shoot. It is a heated. Hold on, actually. I might as well just go get it since y'all keep talking about it. It is literally a brush, and the part in the middle, it was lighter. It's gotten darker over time. I think it actually was blue in the beginning, now that I think about it. But with the oils and other things like that, so you plug it in and you just run it through, and I mean, it does a number. There, you can see it's a little straighter after pulling it through. But it really straightens out my beard. And actually, while I'm standing up, I'm going to go get some more ice, and we're going to drink the Quiet Man. So bear with me. Too much ice. My cup runneth over. Let's see if I can take this out. There we go. Stick that back in there. Okay. Upstairs, probably. Maybe in Taste Tester number 3's room or in that room. All right. Quiet Man, going down. Good night, buddy. That was Taste Tester number 2 for those of you who were wondering. All right, this is perfect. This is perfect. All right, so this one is Irish whiskey. Oh, excuse me. Send a bigger bottle next time. Question J. I'm appreciative that you sent anything, so no need to worry about sending a bigger bottle. This one is a little. Whoa, never mind. Whoa. I was gonna say this one's a little tamer. No, it's not. 45% alcohol. Yeah, they're both 45%, both 90 proof. Lep, how you doing this evening? Oh, Troy, it's all right. I understand. You should wear the Batman mask for the second half of the stream. The Batman mask. Do I have a? I don't have a Batman mask. Salute. I don't have a Batman. Oh. That Batman mask. I'm like, what are you talking about? If I get drunk enough, you know what? Maybe this is the time I need to solicit donations. How about that? Y'all donate a couple dollars. Maybe I will. I don't ever solicit super chats, but I don't know. That might be worthy. You know, me sitting here like I'm Dashman. I tell you what though, it looks pretty good on me because it comes to, you know, like here, and you know, it's just the beard hanging down, and you know, I'll tell you, it looks pretty good. Question J, I got it. It took me a second. I'm like, what are you talking about, Batman? Oh man, oh, goodness. See, I just add fuel to this fire. Everything. Question J is like hashtag, hashtag, hashtag. Oh man, Question J, this is working. Mm. I'm geeking and it's smiling. Oh man, Tom is putting it up. Oh man, where's the food from the thumbnail? All right, so Maria, that was from a cook the other day. I cooked. What was that? It was a skirt steak, and I had some potatoes and I had some cabbage that I sliced up into steaks. But as opposed to looking at my ugly mug, I was like, oh wait a minute, I took a picture of this, you know, food from the other day. Let me go ahead and toss that up. So I baked some potatoes out on the grill, and I cut some cabbage up into like steak slices, and yeah, took care of it. It was pretty good. The steak was pretty good. The potatoes even turned out really well, and the skirt steak was good as well. So I wish that food was from a few days ago. Usually the pictures I have or pictures I take are typically, I won't say long gone, but they're always from before. Tom, well, welcome, Tom. Thank you for popping in and you know, saying what's up. I think he's trying to tell me something. So let's see. Morgan says, I smoked 30 pounds of summer sausage in my wood fire smoker after being inspired by your videos. I started the charcoal with the roofing torch, added white oak and sustained temp, then hickory sticks. Nice, man. That sounds awesome. Show food, and I'm there. Stop with the clickbait. Okay, Maria, I will keep that in mind. I will never, ever, ever do that again. No problem, Morgan, man. I am, you know, like I said, I can tell you, and I'll tell you just like I'll tell anyone and everyone else. We all can do this. You know, it's just a matter of having the wherewithal to do it. So, yeah. Thank you, sir. Yeah, Maria, never, never, never gonna do that again. Not for a live stream, okay? For my other videos, like, but see, here's my thing. All right, I I genuinely despise people who clickbait, so I try not to do that. Usually, if it is a clickbaity title, it is worthy of that clickbaity title. It's not like, oh my god, the worst thing ever happened to me, and then it'd be like I stubbed my toe walking to the smoker in the middle of the night. Nah, that's not like there's a bunch of you guys. The video I put out yesterday talking about me failing at frying chicken. It really was a fail. Like I I considered it a fail. Most of you guys were like, dude, you were still able to eat the chicken. That's not a fail. Yeah, eventually in the end I was able to recover, but it wasn't as effortless as my normal cooks with frying chicken are. So therefore, to me, it was a fail. Uh, look, Maria, I don't look. I get it, and I have no problems talking about it. But speaking of talking about it, let's talk about the the topic for the evening. Let's get into that, please. So there's a few of you guys who have and do actually do catering. And tonight I wanted to talk about barbecue catering sides. So those of you guys who have catered events, or even if you're cooking at home, what's up, Johnny Mags? Those of you guys who are cooking at home, What sort of barbecue sides do you use? Do you prepare? And what do you do? Let's try and talk about it just a little bit to help, maybe help the next person or help someone who might just be trying to get started. Oh boy, that's Tom invading your state on Saturday. Oh, mm. Kent's coming, Tom. You just be careful. Cook recovery teaches methods. Yes, indeed. Uh-huh. I totally agree. Let's talk about sides. Potato salad, mac and cheese, coleslaw. Yes. Yes, Grumpus. Cook recovery teaches us new methods, and that's for sure. It taught me a lot of patience, to be completely honest with you, because my whole thing was this: that cook, though you guys saw, and actually by the time it was all said and done, I had about 35. By the time I did the majority of the editing, about 35 minutes of footage. And the reason why I had that much footage was, one, because I cooked that side. And there's been a few of you guys who've been asking me, hey, cooking sides, or what sides do you cook and how do you prepare them and other things like that. And then one of the other problems was the fact that the sheer cook, it took me that long to fry that chicken, because every time the oil would come back up to temperature, I would put more chicken in. It would suck the heat right out of it, and then I was waiting for it to come back up to temperature and cook the chicken to make sure it was done. It was just a vicious cycle. So once, what I ended up doing was, I started towards the end of the last probably 3 batches. I would take the once I took the chicken out, I didn't put chicken immediately back into the oil. I let the chicken come back up to temperature, and then it actually cooked a little faster. Hey Maria, thank you very much for hanging out with us. I really appreciate it. Definitely. Lou says, hey yo, happy Wednesday. Uh, Look, Question J says, hate to say it, but barbecue beans with brisket from Sam's when I grills. Nothing wrong with that, man. Look, you're cooking when you grill. I'm not going to shame you because you're taking shortcuts, man. Not everybody has the ability to spend 13, 14 hours in the heat, especially out at the grill. So, look, respect is respect, and you're cooking on the grill. I respect it. Um, Definitely, Rice says congrats on the 200 episodes. I saw that yesterday actually. A little later than when it happened. Troy says he takes zucchini, red onions, bell peppers, mushroom skewers. Yes, so kebabs. Dig it. Taylor says black onion relish on occasion, charcoal cooked onions and bell peppers mixed together. Very easy to do, and it smells great. Taylor, you know what I'm about to say. I know you know what I'm about to say, Taylor. So before me even having to say it, I know you know what I need you to do, Taylor. I'm just leaving it at that. Hey Maria, thank you very much again for hanging out. Lou, the feed keeps the feed keeps cutting out on me. Lou says, "Oh no, Lou and Jay are having issues." Uh, all right, Mimi Keel says I do collard greens with smoked turkey, deviled egg, potato salad, fried cabbage, baked brisket beans, baked mac and cheese, and red beans and rice. Wow, that's what's up. Oh man, so um, that's a lot right there. Mimi says collard greens, smoked turkey. Now I do when so those of you guys obviously I cook smoked turkeys for Thanksgiving. The turkey necks that I pull out of the whole turkeys, I do actually save them and I smoke them myself, and I put them away and we use them throughout the year. So usually I have 15 to 20 turkey necks that I'll put in bags of like 4 or 5, and my wife will make some lima beans with them. She makes greens with them. So I'm right there with you with the collard greens and smoked turkey necks. Deviled egg potato salad, I'm with it. I'm not gonna lie, I purchase potato salad because I can get it reliably, and then I doctor it up, and as you wouldn't know. if I didn't tell you. Fried cabbage. Now, when you say fried cabbage, are you just like sauteing it in the pan, or are you frying it like, this is one of those things where, to me, fried is in oil. If you're just putting it in a pan and like maybe like a little bit of olive oil or something like that, that's a saute to me. But smoked baked brisket beans. Now I'd make some mean brisket beans. If I have some beans I'm cooking and some brisket that I'm cooking, oh, them trimmings and that oil and grease and stuff from the brisket goes into that pan, and you would swear half of that brisket is up in it. It wakes up the beans so much. Now the only thing I will say though, you have to start with vegetarian beans. That's just me. Baked mac and cheese. So yeah, I will smoke mac and cheese. I've tried to smoke it a few times. I have baked some, and it's that stamp of approval my wife has actually given me, because she doesn't like when I smoke mac and cheese. But the last time I baked mac and cheese, she was all on it. And then red beans and rice. I gotta step my red beans and rice game up. Troy says, "Who made the potato salad?" Don't worry about who made the potato salad. You gonna eat it. You gonna like it. That's it. Question J says, "This year he's grilling zucchini almost every day." Nothing wrong with that. When we had zucchini, like from the boxes in the front of the house, and oh man, the deer tore my boxes up last night. They tore my boxes up last night. Well, next week Monday, I will have an update for you guys. But they tore them boxes up. Actually, it seemed like it was just one deer that was going around, and it ate up a bunch of stuff. But yeah, grilled zucchini is awesome. What do you think about electric smokers that use wood pellets? Double F, double D. Again, I'm not going to shame anybody for getting out there and cooking. I think that it's awesome that you want to cook and you want to, smoke something. The only people I kind of shame are like, nah, I'm just. But no, seriously, I don't shame anybody. The whole thing is, if it's a means to an end, and if that's how you are entering into the culture of barbecue, then great. But just don't start calling yourself a pitmaster, or all these oh, I'm a chef and this that. I don't associate with those titles. That's just me. Reggie says, have you smoked meat using whiskey barrel wood? A guy I bought wood from gave me two to try. So I wish I could say that I have, but I have not, because I just don't have access to whiskey barrels. Chuck from Wicked Pig Barbecue, what's up, man? He says, when I did my 300-person cook, I made my own baked beans and smoked mac and cheese. I bought the potato salad and coleslaw pre-made to save time. Boom. All right. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Righteous says he's fine there in God's country. That's what's up. Well, me, this is not all at once. Yeah, I understand. It's cool. Hey Dash, I'm in Canada, and when the border opens up, I'm going to do a road trip down to the States. What state are you in? I am in Maryland. I am just outside. Well, I'm in Baltimore. I don't say just outside of DC, but I am in Baltimore. It's easy enough to find Baltimore on a map. Saute the cabbage with bacon and onion and peppers. All right, that's what's up, Mimi. My wife does vinegar-based coleslaw from scratch for a cold side. People love it. Well, Michael, love it. That's what's up. Taylor says, why am I just now learning about brisket beans? What? Dog. Folks been putting pork and beans all the time. Why wouldn't you put your cuttings and your drippings and your trimmings from your brisket into beans? It's just a natural progression, especially for somebody. I don't eat pork and beans. I don't eat pork. So I always cook vegetarian beans, and then I doctor them up. We're gonna add a little more brown sugar sometimes. We're gonna add a little, some peppers and some onions. We're gonna put a couple tri-colored peppers in there. Cook those peppers down. Get those onions cooking good, and you put that all in with the brisket. With the beans, and let that all come together. Add a little bit more brown sugar. If you need to add a little mustard to help, with the everything coming together, and then you take the bits, the cuttings, the all that bits and pieces from your cutting board after you done cut up a brisket or two, scrape it all onto that dough knife, put it right into them beans, and just thank me later. Thank me later. Now I also will put I'll probably put a quarter of a pound and half a pound of brisket in with the beans as well. But man, Question J says he lost the live feed. Goodness gracious, I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. It seems to be maybe something on the YouTube side because I've still been running strong here. Chocolate Capricorn says, "Hey y'all." Uh, on. I'm sorry to hear that the live stream has been crashing on you guys. Uh, yes. Jasmine says, "Hey yo, what's up tonight? Straight from Lafayette, Louisiana." All right, so I guess if you're having a connection issue, there's been a couple people talking about having a connection issue. If it cuts out on you, just kind of reset it and or go back and then come back in. I will try to stay streaming as long as possible. The aliens are coming. They killed the internet. Oh man, Chocolate Capricorn. Oh no, what is going on with the live? I'm still seeing myself here with no problem. What kind of spray do you use on barbecue? Quit it from being dry. I have offset smoker. So Corey, I don't spray anything. For the most part, I add moisture to the cooking chamber. You guys have seen me preach about the use of water pans. I firmly believe it. I don't spritz anything. All right, that Irish whiskey is done. And you know what? Time. The elastic in this thing is all dead. But look how dusty it is. It's been sitting over there for quite a while. But it fits my face pretty perfectly, which is crazy. So now I'm gonna sit here with this on. It's not on my end. Victor says I'll add my side suggestion from Rice's live last Sunday: watermelon injection with vodka. Everyone will be happy. Grumpus is all good here. He's just dash man. Dun, 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 dun. I'm here to solve your barbecue problems and drink beer. Chocolate Capricorn, please feel free to have a drink with us. Chuck says, "Is that your COVID mask?" No, actually, I don't have one. Yeah. BBQ in barbecuing in the bay. That's what's up. How you doing this evening? I gotta be careful where I put that. It's so dusty. But there's your, those of you guys who requested the Batman mask. Oh man. Let's see. Righteous is ditto. Add a water pan or spritz with some apple cider vinegar and water, apple juice. If you want to darken the bark, the sugar will help that. So the only time I didn't spritz, it was actually a mop. I cooked some baby back ribs, and I had some apple juice that I juiced, or apples that I juiced, and kind of mopped that homemade apple juice on those ribs, and it gave my wife and kids were like, "Yo, it tastes just like applewood smoked bacon." Mr. Hawkins says, "Batman mask, more butter, baby." Bam. KB barbecue in house. How you doing this evening? Officially beer 30. Indeed, definitely beer 30. Chuck, how's that new cooker working out for you, man? I know I saw a cook or two or pictures of things that you were cooking. Is it everything you hoped it would be? Troy says I spritz ribs with apple juice. All right, that's what's up. Mr. Hockett, I thought it was only me. What's funny is happening, Joe. Not just Dash, yeah. Andre, what's up with you? Thank you for hanging out with us. I'm gonna get the make sure I got the last little bit of that. Keep cutting out. I gotta try again in a little bit. I'll be back. Is that a threat or a promise, Lou? That's the thing, Andre. I never felt bad. I was completely asymptomatic. I had no fever. I had no loss of taste. I had no loss of smell. I had nothing but boredom because I was stuck in my daughter's room for 7 days. I went in my daughter's room on a Tuesday night and didn't come back out until the following Tuesday, like Tuesday night, actually, the following Tuesday night. So, all right, Lou, I appreciate that. Hey, Jay, man, I'm glad to see you here. Unfortunately, I'm sorry to hear that you were having issues, excuse me, with the live stream. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's an issue with, well, it seems to be an issue with YouTube because I am watching it right next to me and I have not seen it. Yeah. Jay says all I can see is the chat. Well, you don't need to see my ugly face. And nobody tell him what I'm putting on my face right now. Speaking of ugly face. I don't know if you can kind of reset your phone if you're looking on your phone, but nobody tell him what it is that I've done since he can't see me. Mr. Hacker says he spritzes hers the apple juice too. I've gotten compliments about him as well. That's what's up. Ribs turned out excellent, and the cookie burger one tonight. It's working just fine. Getting ready to post on Instagram photos shortly. Well, Chuck, see, I pay attention to Instagram, and I see, and I watch. Jason Thunder 3 is crappy because Dad moved all the furniture around in her room. No, actually, I did not move much of anything in her room, and her room was a mess, and I kind of refused to clean it. My wife was in there the other day, and she helped Taste Test Number 3 clean it up a little bit. But I left it the way that it was. I hate when people move my stuff, so I left it alone. Lucy's, I think Dash is doing it on purpose so he can keep up with the comments tonight. Nah, man, that's not me at all. I am just keeping up with the comments. All right, Jasmine says, corn on the cob with baked beans. Finally, another comment talking about the sides. So, corn on the cob is awesome. Baked beans is also awesome. Actually, was thinking about this earlier today. I need to go to the market and get some corn. One of the things that you guys have seen is I've been cooking a lot more during the week while I am working from home. So I will get up and start a cook, and it'll be for lunch, as opposed to me cooking for dinner, rushing to cook for dinner in the afternoons, because as of late, we tend to have been eating a bigger meal at lunch than at dinner, especially because my wife is fasting, and usually she wants to break her fast with like a feast. So that's why a lot of times during the day, and that's why, with the fried chicken the other day, I was like, hey, I was trying to make this complete meal, and I made my wife a plate because I was trying to make sure she got to eat. Dash man. Question Chase says. Choice's coolest looking mask ever. I'm boring. Spritz work with apple juice, beef with beef broth, and chicken with chicken broth. Michael, there's nothing wrong with that, man. There's a reason why you put the flavors and the one thing on the thing that you're cooking, because it goes well and it is not off-putting. So yeah, YouTube doesn't allow me to even drink a beer with Dash. Well, daggone Jay, I'm sorry for you, man. Rib tips, mac and cheese, Kent says. I was the one who cooks corn on the cob in the husk. No, brother Young, man. I posted a picture on my Instagram, and I post pictures on my Instagram, I'm gonna say all the time. But when I do corn, I try to, dad joke it up, talking about like, I know it's kind of corny, but this is one of my favorite sides, and it'll be corn in the husk directly on the grates on the Traeger. And I just kind of set it, turn it on 300, and I'll let it go for about a half an hour. Then I go outside in a half an hour, and I'll turn it over. Flip it 180 degrees, and yeah, just let it go for another half an hour, 45 minutes, and then they'd be like, when the husk starts to really dry up, that's when I know that the corn is ready. And man, I will bring it inside, and it just depends on what I'm in the mood for. Sometimes I cut it off the cob, sometimes I leave it on the cob, and look, I'll leave it wrapped up on the counter, and you pull out your butter, and I have a corn Parmesan corn seasoning or whatever. Put some butter on there, put that Parmesan corn seasoning on there. Oh man, talk about good eating. Woo woo, good eating. Uh, Chuck says he loves grilled corn on the cob. Someone else, if they were here, Todd, that incredible, he does his corn on the cob. When I watched what he did with his corn on the cob, he actually puts his corn down in the coals, or opposite his coals when he's using a slow and sear or like just an indirect cook. And I thought that was pretty. Excuse me. I thought that was pretty dope as well. Cletus must have uploaded a race video. YouTube is getting slammed. So Question Jake, Cletus uploaded a video earlier today. I actually watched it right before this. I watched this. I sprinkled my ribs with rainbow and unicorn dust. Wait, KB, go on. I want to hear more about this. He's in Iowa. Kent is in Iowa, Chuck. Does anyone else make elote, Mexican corn on top? Wait, do you like how I pronounced it correctly? Elote. So I kinda make Mexican corn on the cob. Like I said, whatever the seasoning is, I found the seasoning at like Sam's, and I brought it home and tried it, and it's actually pretty good. It's not the same as the elote, but it's similar. I don't like one of the cheeses or some of the cheeses that you see or have on the street corn. I don't particularly care for, so it's close though. That's why they always have to turn out not so perfect picture. Oh. Baltimore elote. You might be right, Kent. I always grill corn on the husk. Always grill corn in the husk. I've never seen someone take corn. Well, I won't say that. I have seen people take, but usually it's like corn that you see that's been boiled, and then they'll put it out on the grill, like directly on the grates without the husk. And it's kind of like to roast the corn, similar to how you would roast some peppers. Again, nothing wrong with that if that's what you are into. I always cook my corn in the husk, and I used to actually soak the husk, but now I don't do none of that, man. I just leave the corn right where it is. I pull it out of the bag from the market and toss it right on the grill, and that's it. Like I said, 300 degrees for about a half an hour. Come back outside, flip it over 180 degrees, and that's it. An hour some change. Usually it's like, whatever. It's done enough. Now, here's the thing. Have you ever eaten raw corn? Raw corn. Raw sweet corn directly off the cob is great. I got my daughter eating it that way, and I will say it is great. It is great. If you've never eaten raw corn directly off the cob, yes, without cooking it, just pull a little bit of the husk down and take a bite out of it, and that's how you can tell how good it's going to be after it's cooked. But it's good. She'll eat a whole corn, a whole cob that way. Look, there we go, Meeks. We're on the same page. This is love grilled corn, but also love raw sweet corn. Man, great minds think alike. Kent says, CJ put ketchup on his hot dogs. Do I quit or let him fire you? Well, if you quit, you don't get unemployment, so let him fire you. But always bring it up, the fact that he puts what grown man puts ketchup on a hot dog? Only condiment that goes on a hot dog is mustard, maybe some relish. If you're feeling, saucy, some sauerkraut, maybe some onions. But dog, ketchup belongs on one thing. One thing. That's French fries. That is it. Mother-in-law sticks the corn in the tinfoil and cooks it on the grill. All right. Well, see, the whole thing is you're kind of protecting the kernels that way. So yeah, I don't boil it, I shuck it back and use the husk as a handle and lightly brown all the way around, about 5 minutes aside on a good fire. Okay. Oh, did I miss Delana? Oh, hello. Sorry, Delana and Wally. I totally missed you, whomever is here. I was too busy looking at the comment about CJ putting ketchup on his hot dogs and shaking my head. How you doing this evening? What's up, Preston? Hey, yo! I want to yell, but it's getting kind of late. It's almost 10 o'clock. I put mayo on a hot dog if they're generic hot dogs. Mayo on a hot dog. Maybe a burger, but never on a hot dog. Mike Hall says, I don't need hot dogs. Well, KB says jalapeno poppers are always a great side. I have never done jalapeno poppers. That was one of the things I wanted to do with some of the jalapenos that we're growing, but we don't have enough of them. And it's like, oh, I might have 4 jalapenos. Well, yeah, I need more than that. And I also need to get some beef bacon, and I haven't been able to get beef bacon because the beef bacon is rather expensive. Natural Cajun dogs I can eat plain. Nope, I can't do that. Then again, though, I had some natural casing hot dogs, and they were in sheep's casing, and it had a snap to it, and I was like, okay, this is I'm with it. But I did still put mustard on it. Preston says nothing sets off the flavor of a good steak like some good old ketchup. Preston, you're trolling me, right? Preston, you're trolling me, right? You gotta be trolling me. Jasmine says potatoes wrapped in foil. Yes, indeed. So in case you didn't see the thumbnail of this particular live stream, me wanting to talk about sides, I actually grilled some skirt steak the other day. I had some cabbage, as opposed to me kind of just chucking the cabbage out there. I cut the cabbage into steaks, and I grilled the cabbage like a grilled steak. And then also I had some baked potatoes, and the baked potatoes were wrapped in foil. Now, one of the things that I didn't do, I didn't poke holes in them, and I should have. And it was an experiment to see if it would take longer to cook. And I can tell you, yes, it did. Brown and yellow mustard, it matters. So it depends. Jimmy, I usually have both on hand. I really prefer brown mustard on pretzels, on soft pretzels. And on hot dogs, I prefer yellow mustard. On a spicy sausage, I can again go with the brown mustard though. So it kind of depends on what I'm eating. Jasmine says jalapeno poppers are amazing on the grill. Hey Preston, you better be trolling me, man. Don't come in here starting some stuff, cause all right. Anyway, I have some venison hot dogs in a natural casing that are to die for. I'll take your word for it. Questa J, come on, man. No. I thought I knew you better than that. He says smother all meats in ketchup. Steak, brisket, chicken, dog, cat. He gonna say bat in a second. Watch. I know Questa J. Watch. He gonna talk about him eating some other stuff, and it'll be in ketchup too. Too far. Preston, what's going on, man? PJ, Dino PJ around? Michael says, yard bird. Did I miss Jack and Betty this evening? I'm just shouting them out. They might have something going on, and I missed them in the in the comments. Mike says, someone put that man in a straitjacket. Hey, look, if you haven't already hit that thumbs up, I would greatly appreciate it. Oh man, Preston, Preston, Preston's ketchup was really, really good on some good old Cambro chicken. Yummy. Oh gosh, Preston is the one that will never, ever, ever let me live the story of the Cambro chicken down. All right, just like those of you guys who've been around for a while, they know that loiters are going to Lloyd. All right, I was thinking about that the other day. Loiters are going to Lloyd. Jack says only mustard on hot dogs. Period, with an exclamation point. He says, "LOL." Pictures corn on the cob. Oh, with so many ways. Husk on, husk off. My favorite is husk pull back and grilled. But hold on. Kids are on tablets in their rooms. Well, PJ, or excuse me, Preston, let them know I said what's up. Taisha's own, hard to eat, hard to beat fresh ground pepper. You're right there. I can't go wrong with good old Yardbird. What's up, Mr. Morgan? How you doing? Oh, that'll be forever. Loiter's going to Lloyd. Huh. I know. Hey, you know what, Mike? I don't hold it against him. I really don't hold it against him, the fact that he's a 49ers fan. Yeah. They beat Chicago for putting ketchup on a hot dog. Dude, I've been to Chicago and I've had like Chicago dogs, and I love a Chicago dog. People give me grief, but every now and again, I will go to Sonic and I will get myself two Chicago dogs. The sport peppers, the celery salt, the tomato, the pickles. It all of it together. It's just good, great. I'm gonna say good. It's just great. Y'all gonna make me have to go to Sonic like soon before the week is out and get some damn Chicago dogs now. Excuse me. Hey, how about a Chicago dog? There you go, man. There we go. 2 L's for a double dose of Lloydton. Yes. Yes, indeed. For real though, chili cheese, onion, and jalapenos on a dog. That's what's up. You know what? Chili cheese and onion, jalapenos, and a little bit of mustard. That's a perfect 7-Eleven dog right there. All right, Question J says, "Hey, want to send something for me to try, and for me, I mean by me, I mean us. Send it to Still Drum Smokers Barbecue, P.O. Box 3236, Catonsville, Maryland, 21228. Just don't send it via the USPS because they are taking as long as the day is, or they're taking so very long. And you know what's crazy, Question J? I'll tell you today. I went to the post office and I checked my box, and usually when there's a package, there's a little notification, a little card that says, "Please go to the counter so you can retrieve your package." And there was nothing in my box. So when I got to the counter and I gave the young lady the tracking number, and I'm like, "Listen, something's got to give. Please tell me where this package is." I said it was supposed to have arrived on Monday. I said, "Today is Wednesday." And she said, "Well, let me see where it is." And she said, "Well, it arrived here this morning." Okay, well, is it out? Because I don't have a notification saying that it's in my box. And she says, "Well, hold on one second." She goes to the back and she does some digging, and she comes back a few moments later and produces the box. I was like, I'm so glad I stood here in line and didn't just look in the box. Like, maybe I need to start doing that a little more often. Hey, can you check and see if there's anything for P.O. Box 3236 that hasn't been put, in the box, or I haven't been notified about? Oh, Question J also put up a link to order some shirts. So if you are so inclined, I would greatly appreciate it. Hey, Rich Flavor says, "I'm making him hungry." Sorry, dude. I'm making myself hungry. Grumpus Chicago Dog, he's had 3 thumbs up. I wish I had another thumb to, give that one another thumb up. 7-Eleven richer than me. I can't argue with him. What's going on, Marcus? How are you this evening? Marcus, you missed it. I'm gonna start it without you. So, Question J sent these in. So this is a quiet man, and this is a Irish whiskey, and this is a Kentucky sour mash, and that was how I started the evening. And then this is beer number 1. That's done. Yeah, so that's the thing, Question J. I probably could have gotten the package yesterday had I stood in line because it said the same thing. It kept saying the same thing every day. Well, the whole thing was the occasion was. The occasion. I won't say occasion, but Question J put these in the mail, and he sent these to me, and I was like, you know what? Why not? So I plan to just drink a couple beers tonight. So I have beer in the freezer. I moved them from the refrigerator. No, it shouldn't be shipped UPS. Well, not UPS, USPS, the United States Postal Service. And it's just slow right now because of everything that's going on, and they keep wanting to blame, everything on the coronavirus, but it's not 100% the coronavirus. That's the problem. There's actually problems within the United States Postal Service right now. Ever considered doing one of those Malcolm Reed size for a catering event? They always look so good and easy. Michael, no. I have to actually look into what a specific Malcolm Reed side you're talking about. He's one of those guys that I don't watch very frequently because, again, I'm on YouTube, and the last thing I want for somebody to say is, you took this person's, recipe, or you're cooking this just because this person cooked that, one of those type of things. And so that's why I don't watch, like, a lot of the bigger YouTubers. I don't watch their stuff, but on occasion, because again, I don't want to be accused of following or doing a copycat type thing. So sad what you're doing to the Postal Service. Mimi, you're preaching to the choir. You are absolutely correct. Now, I will say, though, the issues that are happening with the Postal Service, I was able to ship that package. That package that went to my aunt, and I never followed up with you guys and told you what happened because of the fact that it was late. I filed a claim and said, hey, I sent this thing on this day, and it was supposed to be guaranteed to be delivered the next day. It wasn't delivered. So I got my money back. So, yeah. What's up, Johnny? He says, hello, Dash. How you doing this evening, Johnny? Time for me to go. I'm going to go get another beer. Actually, I'm going to go get 2. I'm going to put 1 in the cozy, and I'm going to drink 1 rather quickly. I'll be right back. One of the advantages of filming this in this is my dining room, well, my family room, and the family room, I'm sitting at a bar between the kitchen and the family room because it's open, is I'm right here by the refrigerator. Poker beer, no man, I don't do that whole poker beer break, Meeks. I'm a I'm a Viking. Amazon will end up snatching it up. Now, dude, Marcus, that might be rather ingenious. Wow, I never even thought of that. Might cost us for my sides to do my mom's macaroni salad, hillbilly baked beans, white greens, and maybe a mac and cheese. That's what's up. Oh. Happen to know that one of your YouTube buddies almost exclusively borrows recipes from Cooking with Carolyn's cooking channel, Shameless. Yeah, I don't want that to be me. So there's sometimes and certain things where I'm like, hey, and whenever, like, there's been a few times when Alton and I talk, because he's one of the channels that I do actually watch, and he and I've gone back and forth because, you know, I feel like he's a brother in arms. We cook similarly. So whenever he does something, I'm like, oh man, I'm going to do that. You cool with that? And I kind of talk to him about it and ask him for pointers if necessary. But like anytime I do that, I say, hey, I got this from such and such, or hey, I saw such and such cook this. This is my take on it, because I don't want that. If you have a dash bash, I will make and bring pusharitas made from our old family recipe. What is a pusharita or pushharta? What is that? Question J. Actually, I'm afraid to ask what that is. I don't think borrowing recipes is bad. Just share the fame with who you got the recipe from. Yeah, and the Meigs, there you go. So that's exactly what I was just saying. Whenever I am inspired to cook something that someone else cooked, I typically try and say I got this from, or I saw this person do this, and I have no problem doing that. I just wish everybody would. You see the Cheetos coming out with some mac and cheese. My kids gotta try it. No, no, man. Preston, we don't. Nah, I can't say I have seen that Cheetos is coming out with a mac and cheese, but that might be interesting. Needs says Cheetos mac and cheese. Yum. I don't know. I'm skeptical. Kraft is overrated, and I agree with that. Box macaroni and cheese, no sir. It's a Croatian dessert like a fruit-filled donut or fritter. All right. Well, Croatian dessert. What you got me like? My interest is peaked. You said a fruit-filled donut or fritter. That means it's fried. Bring it on. All right. Bring it on. Johnny must have stepped out and just popped back in because now he's saying hi to Ricer and also to Grumpus. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. Question J says it's famous down here. Well, I would not mind it being famous up here too. When you were a kid, Kraft mac and cheese was the ish. No, man, dude. My mom made macaroni and cheese from scratch all the time. I did not really know that Kraft macaroni and cheese was a thing until I was an adult, and there were so many people who I knew ate and cooked Kraft macaroni and cheese. Man, no, 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 no. Mm-mm. Nope, Marcus. Man, dude, we didn't have macaroni and cheese. Macaroni and cheese was not a special thing, but it wasn't a everyday thing. I'm sorry, Jimmy. Don't say it again, because then you're gonna make me do it again. Jimmy, we've talked about this. You just when it happens, you ignore it. You just ignore it. Look. I'm struggling right now. I didn't go to sleep until late last night, and I was up this morning because I went into work today. Yeah, the culinary fanatic has an awesome recipe for macaroni and cheese. Love his recipe. All right. We didn't do box food either, Mimi says. What's your least favorite side to eat? My least favorite side to eat, I've talked about this. I do not like okra, okay? Only time I have eaten okra, and I was like, okay, I could do it this way, has been pickled, because it takes all the sliminess away. Fried okra, not a fan. Boiled okra or sauteed okra, not a fan. It's just okra. I just do not eat okra. I don't like okra. I just don't. Between anything okra and anything with coconut, I'm not a big coconut fan either. Oh, Question J, it's just getting better. It has whiskey in it too. What? I don't really like any box mac, but I love some Cheetos. Being that spicy and the jalapeno and cheese. Well, that's what's up. We had it Kraft Mac sometimes, but I do the homemade mac and cheese. Hawk says okra and gumbo. Mike says okra, hell no. uh, Mimi says Cheetos are the bomb. Look, Cheetos is not one of those things that I eat very often either. So, like, if I had a choice between Cheetos and cheese puffs, actually, we eat cheese puffs. I prefer cheese puffs over Cheetos. But every now and again, man, there's one particular kind of Cheetos. It's like a hot ranch Cheeto or something like that. That right there, those Cheetos, when I can find those, I get and eat those. But for the most part, Cheetos I can just do without. Meeks, see, I knew I liked you for a reason. It's the same here with coconut. It's not for me. Fried okra and okra stew is the bomb. Preston Yee, who likes ketchup on all of your meats. That explains a lot. You like okra as well. Cheetos with lime juice. Oh, you know who had a really, really awesome Cheetos recipe? Smoking Joe. All right, his daughter made a Cheetos thing in a bag. It was awesome. She straight, I think it was Cheetos. If it wasn't Cheetos, it was nachos, but I'm pretty sure it was Cheetos. It was like some, nacho cheese and some other stuff, and it was right in the bag of Cheetos. I'm pretty sure it was Cheetos. And it looked pretty darn good. And I've seen people make those little, smaller bags and, eat it right out the bag. Almost sent some okra in the box, but was scared it would get lost and be rotten when it showed up. Well, thank you, Question J, for not doing that. Oh, gosh. Yo. Marcus, we're not going to talk about that. She's young. All right. But, yo, it looked good, Marcus. It looked good. No comment, because I know exactly what you're talking about. Cypress Blue says, "Hey Dash." Listen, hey Dashy. Just dash. Just dash. You don't need to add extra stuff. Fizzle 989 says you're right. Alright, so now Fizzle, why do you know that? I'm trying to hold a straight face here. Cypress, what's up? How you doing this evening? Jamie says, "Why the hell am I making dinner and eating cheese puffs right now, Dash?" Look, I don't know. Great minds. She's smoke 'em and choke 'em lately. No, I have not. I will hit up Steve after this live stream. I wish I could hit him up now, but it's kind of late. Marcus is just laughing. Bummed? Why are you bummed? What are you bummed for, Cypress? What's going on? Alright, well now I found that Laura. Sorry. Would you prefer Laura or Cypress Blue? Because I might not be able to remember Laura for a while. It might take a little while for me to remember. Bad enough. I got all this popcorn here now. Oh, you know what? Speaking of popcorn, I was supposed to be getting one of my sons to make me some popcorn tonight, and they fell through. They're both upstairs. All good. Just have seen for a while, making sure it's all good for him. I will reach out. Because I ordered my food, my part. Supper's missing again. Oh, man, dude. You know what's so crazy? I thoroughly hate, first and foremost, I don't like drive-thrus. I'd rather walk into some place and get my food if I'm ordering out, right? But obviously, with everything going on, we have had to stay in the car, and or someone brings us our stuff, our food. Still putting a Y on the dash. It's just dash. It's just dash. You don't have to say dashy. It's okay, Laura. But we ordered food from Olive Garden. That's where it was. And Olive Garden is like 20 minutes away from my house. and we ordered it, and it was a bit of an ordeal to order this because my wife had to order it. Like she ordered it through her phone because it was like one of those. I want Olive Garden. Okay, let's go get Olive Garden. When your spouse says they want something and they give you a definitive answer, you don't question it. You just go with it. Those of you who know what I'm talking about, just comment. I know what you mean down below. So I'm like, let's go to Olive Garden. Sure, right now. So we take the 20 and some minute change ride to Olive Garden. And when we get there, they had a thorough setup. Space numbers. Or they said when you get here, when you get here, call this number or text this number and let us know you're here and what spot you're in. So we call and say, hey, we're spot number 32. Alright? So I was like, alright. Someone comes to the car and they're like, oh, your last name, and give it a name. Alright, fine. Okay, hey, your order is just being finished up. It'll be out within the next, 5 to 10 minutes. Order comes out. We drive off. We get all the way home. I'm pulling everything out the bag. Yo, my food is not there. We have 4 other orders and my food is not there. And it always happens that way. Whenever I'm like, yo, I've been sitting here for a while and I didn't had to drive to the place and then sat and waited there for a little while, then I have to drive all the way back home. I get out and I'm like, all I want to do is sit down and eat at this point. My food is not there. So now I feel like I want to flip some tables and knock some heads. I'm kind of upset. So I drive the 20 to 20 and some change minutes back to Olive Garden. I get there and I pull up in a huff. And I'm like, yo, first person I see, I'm like, yo, my man. I said, I just placed the order. I said I had 5 meals. But I was only given 4 meals. Oh, so sorry. What meal was missing? Please, we'll get it expedited and get it right out to you. This and the other. And I'm like, yo, I had this. Like, please go get it, because I've already driven here twice. And I said I live in Baltimore, and you know where we are right now. I said, so this is not like around the corner for me. And he's like, oh, I'm so sorry for the inconvenience, this and the other. I'm like, yo, I understand it's not your fault. I said, but this is annoying. I said, I worked a long day today. All I wanted to do was get my dinner, go home, and be drinking some drink at this point. My man was like, I completely understand. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna make sure that we get this right. And he left, right? So I'm sitting there, I'm steaming. I'm like, yo, I can't believe I done had to come back up here. I'm like, I'm so ready to go home, right? I'm just so ready to go home and be done with the day. Man, he walks inside and he puts in the order and it's like, I'm rushing it, sir. All these things. He comes back out to my car and he says, I was in my wife's van. He comes back out to the van and says, sir, I'm so sorry that you had to go home and you didn't have your food. Your meal wasn't properly prepared. Here's a gift card. And I'm like, I hate when they do that, but I love when they do that, but hate it at the same time because it's like, I'm angry with y'all. I don't want to come back and put money back into you. So he gave me a gift card and I'm like, all right, whatever. So he brought out the food and he's like, listen, I know, you need some new breadsticks, you need some new this, you need some new that. He said, I put it all in there. He said, I don't know if he put a dessert in there or something, but he was like, I'm trying to bend over for you, sir. He said, I really want to apologize. And I'm like, I get it. I said, I'm not trying to take my frustration and my anger out on you. I said, you just so happen to be the messenger right now. He's like, I understand. So I was like, look, he left me with a slightly warm and fuzzy, but by the time I got home, it was like, I didn't really feel like much eating. Then I had a similar experience with, there was an Arby's, and same thing, man. Yo, why do they always pick my meal, my food, my sandwich to not get there? Yo, ordered 4 meals, right? All the meals came with, or actually between the 4 meals, we got a few large fries and stuff like that, and drinks. And like my daughter and my wife will split something sometimes, and the boys will split something sometimes as far as the fries. So we'll get a sandwich and a large fry, and then we'll get an extra sandwich. So we're not buying 5 meals, we're buying usually 3 meals and then 2 extra entrees. That makes sense. I get all the way home and I'm like, yo, the the, the brisket sandwich is not here. So I drive back up to the place where I got this from, and I'm like, yo, my man, I said, the sandwich wasn't here. I would like a refund for the entire meal. I said, and I said, at this point, I don't even want the sandwich. I said, I just need a refund for the entire meal. He said, well, did you get the fries? And I said, well, yeah, I got the fries. I said, they were in the bag, but I didn't eat the fries. They're sitting at home, and they cold now because I came back up here because I want to get a refund because y'all pissed me off. Well, I can give you a refund for the sandwich. Dog, didn't you just hear me say that I didn't eat the fries because as soon as I realized that I left, as soon as I got home and I got home and I didn't have my sandwich, I didn't eat the fries. I came back up here to show you my receipt that I left like 10, 15 minutes ago. Are you kidding me right now? He was like, well, I can give you a refund for the sandwich because you actually got the fries and you got the drink. I'm like, bro, you're punking me right now. Like, this can't be real. He was like, no, I'm not going to give you the refund, a full refund for the entire meal. I'm going to give you a refund for the cost of the sandwich. I said, bro, do what you got to do. I sat in the parking lot and left the nastiest Yelp review I could. Left the nastiest Google review that I could. Tactfully, mind you. And vowed to never go back to that particular Arby's again. And it's like one of those things, it's like, come on, son. It's not customer service these days. Sometimes it's lacking. It's lacking. Hulk says he's on the moonshine. All right. Well, Fizzle, I get it. Retired or correction sergeant, no problem. As beer aside, I have plenty of barbecues where they only cook meat and have plenty of beer on the side. KB Barbecue asked me. I say it sure is. Ask my wife and she says, hell no, it's not. Oh, yeah. Preston says, I love drive-thrus. I hate wearing shoes. All right. No problem, Laura. It's fine. Thanks, Deputy Fizzle. Shucksy. Look, all of these. Yep, I do. Yep, I know. I know what you mean. They left out my egg drop soup. Oh, man. Question J. Them's fighting words. I don't have my soup. Preaching to the choir, Grumpa says, Laura says, dang, ever since they dumped Senior Champion, I avoided that dump. I must inventory the food bag, Hawk says. Yo, but most of the time I'm so ready to leave, I'm just like, yo, let me just hurry up and get home so I can eat my food while it's hot. I don't want to spend 10 minutes like pulling everything out and then having to put everything back in the bag and then, nah, I just want to go. Breaker 64. So here's the problem, Breaker. I shoot my videos, usually I try to shoot my videos a week or so in advance. So the video you're going to see tomorrow was filmed last week. Actually, it was early this week. But I don't always film them, yeah. So I can try, I cannot guarantee it. But yeah, I hope to put extra mints or something. Yeah, typical size of my family barbecue Spanish rice and beans. Yep. Cypress Blue, poutine because it was real curds. All right. I always stick local when ordering out. The bar down the street that has the best burgers, and they have yet to mess up my order. Maybe I go there too often. Meeks, you might be right. Johnny says the thing is typical in the area. Yep. Canada, eh? Canadian, eh? I would pay for them having a job. I know, right? I should have went back to Arby's with the Dashman mask. Nope. I don't want no trouble. Like I said, I just whipped out my Karen-esque. I left a horrible Google review and I copied that review and put it on Yelp. Like, I mean, and it was a tactful review, and I explained, like, I placed my order, And the part of the problem why I was so frustrated and mad at the whole situation, and I did say this earlier, was because I placed my order through the drive-through, and then I waited at the drive-through for a while, and they said, "Hey, can you pull up and wait in the front, and we'll bring out your order." No problem. I'm ordering 5 meals. I get it. I get it. After sitting waiting for another 5 to almost 10 minutes, I'm still sitting in the front. I walk in the door in the building, right? And I'm like, "Yo, did someone forget about my order?" And the girl looks at me and she says, "Oh, your order's right here. Why the hell is it sitting on the counter?" She said, "We're waiting for somebody to be able to take it out to you." Well, I'm standing here now. Can you hand it to me? Like, for real, can you hand me my order? She hands me my order. I leave. Well, Chicky done told me that my orders was sitting on the counter for a while, like, on the drive-through counter. So, I don't understand how you messed it up and didn't put one of the sandwiches in the bag. And it just, yeah. Yeah. Jamie says a number of times Popeyes has pissed off. Yep. Just assume that the order isn't right. There's a McDonald's not too far from here that I kind of, do that with. But I'll be completely honest with you. We stopped eating McDonald's. Like, I could count on one hand how many times I've had McDonald's in the past, like, 10 years. And it's just been one of those things where, like, the only time I've really have had McDonald's is it's been one of two situations. One is if I have been on a cook, like an on-site cook, and I've been standing and cooking out in the sun for hours and hours and hours on end, and the first thing I happen upon is a McDonald's. That is the one time I will eat McDonald's. For the most part, don't really get McDonald's that often. The second thing was whenever it was a case where the kids had done something and we were bringing them back home and they hadn't eaten dinner because it was like an activity filled night, so we might have had basketball practice and we might have had some sort of tutoring, or we might have had a bunch of going on, and I didn't cook them dinner or my wife didn't cook them dinner, and it's like, all right, it's 8:30, 9 o'clock, and before they go to sleep, we kind of need to make sure they eat something. And we had done that maybe 2 or 3 times in the past year. Now, recently, it's been one of those things where I can count, again, on one hand in the past probably 6 months, how many times we've been to McDonald's. And there has been 2 or 3 times of the 5 or 6 that I've been that they've messed up my order. And it's just like, yo, I go to this McDonald's that's a little further out, a little further away, in hopes that they don't mess up my order. But no, they still mess up my order. And then that's when you're like, oh my God, there's a reason why this person works at McDonald's. There's a reason why. And sometimes you gotta know better. Meeks is always orders that olive Swiss burger with black and green olives. Well, that's what's up. Popeyes, I won't order online because they have so much. Laura. Popeyes is notorious for that, Andre says. Even before leaving the place, I look in case they screw up. Well, Laura, I mean, I should know better by now, but I don't. And most of the time, yeah. Questa J says, ever had a muffaletta sandwich? I can barely say muffaletta, so no, I haven't. That's some Louisiana stuff. You should ask him, do you know who I am? I'm kind of famous. Nope, I don't do that. Look, and the whole thing is this. I usually am wearing one of my shirts that has my barbecue business name and information on it. And I don't drop name. Like, here's another example. I was in Sam's. Okay? Now, the Sam's near my house it's not ghetto. It's just, there's a lot of people that go to that Sam's. So going into the Sam's that's near my house or closest to my house, and when I say close, it's like 5 to 7 minutes away from my house. There's a lot of people that frequent that Sam's, okay? Because the next closest Sam's closed. So the people in the immediate area and the people north of the immediate area all come to this particular Sam's Club. And because of that, I feel like they just treat people however they want to treat people. And that's not how I roll, man. I'm all about customer service. I am. I bend over backwards for my customers, and I am in the service industry, so I have a certain level of what I would accept and what I, deem, right. So, my wife placed the order online for some groceries, some things from Sam's. Well, she and I didn't communicate because whenever I go anywhere and do anything with Sam's, unless it's one or two things that I have to get, I go to the store that's 20 minutes away because I don't want to deal with the crowds and such there. Now, mind you, I do use the Sam's Scan and Go app. I love it. That is the one thing, one redeeming quality that Sam's has that blows it out of the water compared to a lot of other, club stores. All right. But that being said, probably 8 times that I go to Sam's, I go to the store that's 15, 20 minutes away. My wife places an order for pickup. I'm like, all right, I got some milling around to do. I'm going to go mill around. I'm going to do what I need to do, run some errands. I'll be at the store. It's supposed to be ready to be picked up at 7 o'clock. It's like 5 o'clock, I leave the house, right? Like I said, I have some errands to run, or a little before 5, I need to go to the post office. I went and got some other things, did all these things, and I pulled into the parking lot at Sam's, just 15, 20 minutes away, and I was like, all right, hey, can you let them know I'm here? Or she sent me a text message. She says, hey, I just got a message from Sam's saying that the order is ready. Let me know when you get there. And I'm like, oh, just so happened that I just pulled up. And she's like, all right, great. What spot are you in? I'm in spot number 2. All right. And I said something about, oh, I just so happened, I just pulled up in Glen Burnie. And she's like, why are you in Glen Burnie? Because that's the Sam's I always go to. Why am I supposed to be in Catonsville? And she's like, yeah, I placed the order in Catonsville. Now, it would have been nice if she just said, hey, Catonsville, but because she placed the order, she got all the notifications which had which store it was, and she never told me. And of course, I never asked because I always go to Glen Burnie. She went to Catonsville because she was placing the order online. Anyway, the whole reason I went to Glen Burnie is because they have a diesel there at that they have a diesel, a gas station, but it has diesel, so I can fill up my car at the Glen Burnie station. So I'm like, I'm gonna kill 2 birds with 1 stone. No, you know what I ended up having to do? Triple digit speeds going from Glen Burnie out to Catonsville in order to try to hurry up and not have a problem where the food was sitting out or they gave it to the wrong person. So I called the store in Catonsville and I'm like, hey, sorry about this. I was supposed to be picking up some food, miscommunication with my wife. I went to the wrong store. I'll be there in like 10 minutes. And they're like, okay, no, it's no problem. When you get here, just let us know, blah, blah, blah. When I say I got there, when I went to the little counter and was like, hey, I was this person that was supposed to be in spot number 2, she was like, where'd you just come from? I was like, Glen Burnie. She said, how'd you get here so fast? I said, don't worry about how fast I was going. I'm here now. That's all that matters. And I'm looking to get my order. Right? Next best thing, how you doing? Anyway, road trip. No. Yeah. So, but I was like, oh my gosh, man. So the whole thing is, the girl in the back gave me the cart, and I'm trying to walk out the door. Well, let's Sam, they want to check your stuff before you walk out the door. Well, because my wife didn't do something, apparently, is what I was told, they wouldn't let me out the store. I'm like, yo, come on with this right now. So I'm checking my account, and it's not linked to my account. So they can't find her name. They can't do anything. The girl at the counter at the door. So I said to her, I said, well, can you talk to the person in the online orders, the online pickup thing? And she turns and kind of talks like this. Can somebody call down to such and such so he can get out the store? And I'm like, at this point, I'm like, again, I want to flip tables and knock some heads, right? I'm like, yo, can't you just put forth a little effort to speak to someone on, that's over at the customer service desk to please help me out? And my first thing is, and somebody says, don't you know who I am? Yo, I spend a lot of money at Sam's. I spend a lot of money at Sam's, not because I'm buying stuff for my family, but Sam's is primarily where I buy all of my chicken. Almost all of my chicken, I buy it exclusively at Sam's because I can buy smaller packs. So, I mean, I buy a lot of chicken. Let's just put it that way. And I looked at this bro, and I looked at this bro, and I was like, yo, can you put forth just a little bit more effort than just kind of saying slyly just to appease me? Like, can you really ask them to check with the person down there so I don't have to walk back down there? And she just kept on scanning people that were walking out the door. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna cause a scene. So then I started walking down to the pickup thing, and I see someone in a green vest, right? They're front end managers, supervisors, whatever. And I said, hey, are you a manager? And the guy said, no, I'm, one of the front end supervisors, whatever. I said, yo, the girl at the door is having a bad day. I said, something's going on. I said, I had an issue with the pickup that I'm supposed to be doing. And he immediately was like, and I appreciate people who go to bat for their coworkers, for their team. But to me, again, he just rubbed me the wrong way because he immediately was like, but you messed up and it was an issue on your end, and this thing wasn't done and that thing wasn't done and this thing wasn't done, so that's why we can't do X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, bruh, I placed the order. I said my wife placed the order online. I said, regardless on whether or not my name is on the pickup, I said, we're on the same account. I said, it's my account. You didn't even ask me any information about the account. You just immediately started telling me what I did wrong and what was wrong. I'm like, you know what? Never mind. So I walk over to the pickup, and I'm like, listen. I talked to the girl down there. I said, look, I don't know what you got to do to tell them at the door that I can walk out the door. So by the time I got all the way down to the door, the security guard from the front door and one of the girls from customer service were meeting me at the pickup thing, and they were like, it's all good, we got it all straightened out. I'm like, yo, I get home, I said never ever ever order another online order from the Catonsville store. Always order it out of Glenbury. Never ever ever order it from Catonsville. I said they ran me through the ringer for no reason. And all that had to be done, and it could have been a mess up on my wife's end, because I placed the order for a friend of mine, and he went and was able to pick up his stuff, but it says clearly, are you picking up the food or is someone else picking up the stuff? And all you have to do is put in their name. I did that. My friend picked up his things without any issue. I don't know what happened, but there was a lot of miscommunication that day, and I just wasn't happy. I wasn't. If I see you in public, you hear a loud "Ayo." You know what, Meeg? So it's funny. Paul Adams, who is one of the guys who is, he's here every now and again. What's up, Mr. Anderson? Andrew, how you doing? So he's here from time to time. I told you about the fact that his daughter was a counselor at the camp where my kids went to school last summer, and he did just that. The whole thing was I was walking into camp and I was getting ready to pick up my kids, and he kind of honked and waved like, hey, and I'm like, hi, I don't quite know who you are, but okay. I'm like, oh, it's one of the parents from the school. So I am walking into the building to pick up my kids, and he parked, and I hear him say, hey, yo, Dash, and I'm like, oh boy, this person knows me from YouTube. So I kind of turn around and I'm like, hi. He's like, Paul. I'm like, P. He tells me, P. Adams. I'm like, what? Oh man. So we get to talking and I'm like, oh man. So I'm like, hold on, I gotta go get my kids before I'm late. So yeah, I know. Madwood. Oh man. What's up, Steven? I gotta catch up. That got me fired up talking about mishaps. So Laura says road trip, yeah. Dash bash, oh boy. Sean, apparently there's an issue tonight. Their YouTube app has been crashing. There has been a few people who have said it has crashed a few times. It's not mine. The audio is off a little. Oh no! Hold on, let's see. Uh, you know what's crazy? All right, so let's see. You know what's crazy? All right, no. All right, so let's see. Nope. All right, no. It's working for me. Uh-oh. I spoke too soon. It kind of froze up on me. And we'll go back to the live stream now. Alright. Struggle bus with the app today, Jamie says. PC's buggy too, at least mine is. Just flickers every now and again. Is Sam's like a Costco? Yes. Sam's is a big box store, a wholesaler. Yeah. You need a membership at Costco? Yes. Yeah. So I have a membership at Costco as well as a membership at Sam's. Yep, minimum wage. The customer's always right, even when they're wrong. I wish. Just don't seem worth it for me. Me says, no. Troy says Costco membership is worth it. And see, I'm the exact opposite. I toot the horn of Sam's Club because of the app. The app at Sam's is so much better than anything they have going on at Costco. Yep. No worries, right, sir? I thought someone was gonna have a belly out. Nah, man. I don't act a fool. Like I get close, but I don't cross that line. Costco apparently has good warranty on appliances too. Never bought them, but they sure do. All right, let's see. Home early, and now I can join you all enjoying the Jack and Coke. That's what's up, Victor. This is glitches too. I've never run into a fan, but I will. But that day will be coming. It'll be something else, dude. Andrew, I tell you what, it's a little unnerving. Because it's like you're walking around doing whatever, and then somebody be like, and I've had this happen. I can count on one hand about 5 or 6 times, but one of the guys who is in the live stream every now and again, his name is Maceo. He was the first person to recognize me in public. I was at an event. It was a like a cooking class, and he looked at me. And he's like, "Yo, I know you from somewhere." And I'm like, "Nah, I've been told I have a familiar face." He's like, "Nah, man." I mean, he's like, "Yo, I know you from somewhere. Really, yo, I know you." I'm like, "Nah, you don't know me, man. Nah, this is cool." I was like, "Yeah." He said, "Yo, you just got that big smoker," and I was like, "Wait, you might know who? You might wait. You know about the smoker?" He was like, "Yo, you're Dash. Wait till I tell my cousin I met Dash. Yo, can I get a picture with you, Dash?" I was like, like, you know who I am? Like for real? Like really? You're not just. He was like, "Hey, yo, Dash, this is Dash." I was like, "Oh, right." He started telling me about the smoker and, all the things I was doing. And I was like, "Yo, this is crazy." But he was one of the first people to come up to me and say, "Hey, I know you." Well, so far, I've had a few people who have said that they know who I am. And it's crazy. It seems like I've had the most interactions with people in the restaurant depot. I've had 2 or 3 people in the restaurant depot. Like, oh, this one guy, he was like, "Hey, man." He's like, "Hey, keep it up." I'm like, "Keep what up?" He's like, "I'm a big fan." Fan? For real? He's like, of your YouTube channel. He's like, Dash, right? I was like, yes, I am. I was like, who are you? He told me his name, but he had a mask on. So this was COVID. He had a mask on, and I'm like, dude, I'm like, I need you to comment on the video and say, hey, I saw you at the restaurant depot. And he never did, so I don't know who this person was. But I mean, yeah. Uh, nope. I'm using, so when I do my videos, I stream directly from my phone. Awesome Trice, just refresh. Thank you for being an inspiration to the fellow barbecue community. Hope 2020 gets better for everyone. Casey says, he doesn't cross the line until he gets into the car. Only be a buck here. Yep. Look, that's what he said. Inspiration. Well, thank you, Barbecue in the Bay. I appreciate that. I do feel proud. I do, and you know that's why I do these live streams and I put up videos and just like the video I put up talking about frying chicken. I never knew people struggle with frying chicken so much. I mean, I've been frying chicken since I was a kid, basically. I grew up eating fried chicken. I used to have fried chicken, and it was a joke. But my mom fried chicken every single Sunday for dinner. Every single Sunday for dinner. And I grew up watching my mom fry chicken. And I mean, when I say every single Sunday, that was our dinner. We had fried chicken. And my mom, and this is one of the reasons why I don't particularly care for dark meat now, is because as a kid growing up, that was all we had. Chicken leg quarters were the cheapest part of the chicken. Guess what we had? Chicken leg quarters. So now I kind of avoid leg quarters like the plague. My wife and my kids like leg quarters. Dude, I will cook leg quarters or I'll cook chicken legs and be standing at the stove cooking for 45 minutes to an hour and won't eat dinner because I'm like, I'm not eating a chicken leg. I'm just not going to do it. And I will go to bed hungry, or I will find a cucumber and some salad dressing and I will eat that for dinner before I sit and eat a chicken leg. I have to be pretty darn hungry to eat a chicken leg. It's just one of those things, but you had it so much growing up as a kid, you just don't want it as an adult. What's up, Alton? He says, hey, yo, I had to drop in to say what's up. Hope all is well. Peace. Only met one person I know from YouTube. It was cool. Haha, guy. Did a review of lawnmowers. That's what's up, Meeks. Alton can tell you he's had people come up to him in real life and say, hey, I know who you are. Fried hello chicken, but I'm on a chicken fried steak struggle bus. I don't, again, it's just one of those things, man, where it's I won't say the process, but you have to kind of just get the procedure down, and once you get the procedure down, that's it. Steven, definitely appreciate you being here. Biggest problem is frying anything is clean up the mess I make. Bam. Yo, Questa J, you ain't never lied. Alton, all is well. I was pissed before, but now doing great. Yeah. Laura was upset. She didn't get her she ordered something and didn't get everything she needed. Hopefully they resolved it for you, Laura. All right, I'm getting ready to go get. I am almost finished. This is number 3. I'm getting ready to go get number 4 and number 5, and then I'm gonna be done. But it's almost 11 o'clock. That was an emerald bam. Bam! Darn Dash, she all good. Now you bring this old. Nah! It's relaxing. We seem to have a second wave of the craziness popping up here. Oh, man. Steven's so sorry to hear that. Yeah, Laura did kind of start it. She's talking about, messed up orders, and I went off on a tangent and a rant, and a mighty rant. Well, Randy, some of us live on the East Coast, and yeah, yeah, man, I watched the Get Down. I've been watched the Get Down. The Get Down is old news, man. The Get Down has been done for is it the Get Down? The Get Down was 2 years ago. Shoot, I've been watching it with the purple crayon. Oh yeah. Uh, mm. I'll be right back. 850 here. Cypress says, shoot. All right, we got one on the counter and one in the cozy to stay cold. But we're not gonna end the live stream until I finish both of these. Oh no, part 2. I haven't seen that. The second season was out until a few days ago. No, I didn't know nothing about the part 2. What? I didn't know anything about the part 2. Man, you about to have me up all daggone night watching the part 2 to Get Down. Shoot. Love the first season. Well, yeah. Randy says I tried to cook a whole chicken today. Omar Weber kettle, 225 to 250 degrees for 5 hours. Didn't turn out too good. What was wrong, Randy? So the thing is with chicken, you have to cook it higher. 275 degrees to 300 degrees for chicken at the least. Because the chicken skin, it needs a higher temperature in order to get crispy. Meeks' Dolomite with Eddie Murphy on Netflix was awesome. Alright, yeah. I've seen. Did you have a twofer? No. So the whole thing is I pulled out 2 at the same time. I put 1 in the cozy so I don't have to. Oh, you know what? Where's Marcus's cozy? That'll hold on. That'll help me out. Well, there's creek in it. This is a Crimson Creek Farms cozy. My wife moved the. Oh, excuse me. This is a Creekstone Farms cozy. My wife moved my Crimson Creek cozy somewhere, and the worst part is I have more than one, and I don't even know where it is right now. Of course, because I'm looking for it, and she moved it. Anyway. With the audio being off about a second, the episode is like watching a foreign film. So sorry to hear that, Victor. Hopefully, it'll get better. If it's boneless, then you shouldn't have to worry about it. Just about 2 hours. Yeah. Laura, you know. Another team package today. My dirt rub, 2 cozies, and some stickers. Thank you, Crimson Creek, and thank you, Dash. Well, Randy, thank you. All right, and yeah. Question Jason, damn. I never was into Kung Fu flicks with the delayed talk and the over. I just never got into it, but I've seen them to the point where I mean I can mock it. I can, you know, we can laugh at it. Well, dude, that dirt rub is something else, Randy. Yeah. In case you don't know, Jamie is Marcus from Crimson Creek Smokehouse is better half. And Jamie, I can tell you now, his only question is, when can he get more? That's going to be his only question. There are no questions that need to be answered other than when can he get more. Look, it's Gojira! Maylene. mm. Yo, Alton, you already know, man. I already know. Alton, like I said, I'm gonna be up. I feel like I'm gonna be up late tonight watching it, but it'll be watched before the end of the weekend. But you know what? You know what I just watched over the weekend. What was racist? Um, it's not racist. I'm mocking the 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 dubbed over films, and the whole thing is, uh, I found out in the Japanese language there are not letters that we have in the English language, so they cannot pronounce English words because they don't have the same letters and structures. And it's Gojira. They don't have a is it a Z? Yeah, I think it's a Z. They don't have a Z in the Japanese language. I'm not. It's completely true. Not racist. It is the fact that they don't have that sound in their language at all. They have a hard time saying, like, they can't say Godzilla. They say Gojira. Or yeah. But if you ever, or Gojira. But if you ever, like, they call the Nissan GTR, the same thing, Gojira, because they can't say the Zilla. But anyway, say Laura says my dishes need a spa soak. I need a maid. Don't play poker. Lost my maid. Man. But Alton, if you have not seen, and Gene, if you have not seen the Umbrella Academy season 2, definitely highly recommend it. I know y'all be up on your Netflix stuff, and man, you're not gonna watch nothing tonight. It's gonna be watching you. Hey E, we're not gonna talk about it. I'll be up for a little while. So much easier to come in with a drink in hand. We sound funny to them. It's all good. You know what? And I don't say they sound funny. Like I said, there is it is a serious the Japanese. There is a serious difference in alphabet, and there's certain sounds that we make as Americans and or English speakers that they don't make because it is just not in their language. So, dog, the Umbrella Academy is great. Umbrella Academy was so good. Then the second season, I'd like to say the second season was better than the first. But the first season was like, it was groundbreaking. It was like, what? Wait, what is that? What? Like, every time you think you have it figured out, they were like, what? Like, what? It was good. And then the second season, wow. Wow. It's good. Old Guard, if you haven't seen it. So I watched the Old Guard. Old Guard was good too. I just wish there was a lot. It was lacking a little bit. They could have done more with the Old Guard. So I find that I am watching a lot of Netflix on later nights and on the weekends, and I don't watch a whole bunch of TV. But recently, I've been watching a lot of stuff on Netflix. I don't have Apple TV. You know how I feel about Apple. I loathe Apple. Meeks, I definitely highly recommend the Umbrella Academy. It is great. It is great. It is great. I feel like every now and again we need to have a book club, but a Netflix movie club, or something. Meeks has just binged the Jurassic Parks on Netflix recently. But my man Charlize was handing out it was like Skittles. Yo, Charlize definitely was handling business, and yo, it was a point in the old guard where the excuse me, the dude was like, she was fighting, and the new girl was like, oh man, how does she know how to do that? And she's like, or he said, she's probably forgotten more ways to kill a man than she could ever teach you because she's that old and that good at it. I was like, dang, or something along those lines. But still, tried making Korean barbecue. No, I have not. And it's one of those things I haven't tried really. Well, I mean, bulgogi, I've tried, but it's one of those things where, sometimes I just know to leave well enough alone. It just got there. They live for a friend. Something you can't understand. Here is something you can't understand. I want to just kill a man. Here is something you can't understand. Yeah, man. Cypress Hill back in the day. Mitch Heiberg. I used to do drugs. I still do. But I used to too. Questa J just got They Live for a friend. Yeah, dude, I'm not into horror flicks. And I think it's just as a kid, my mom wouldn't let me watch them. And I've talked about this. My mom wouldn't let me watch them. So horror flicks are just not something that I'm like, ooh, I want to watch that now. I watch them kind of in passing. But it's not like I'm like, oh, I have to go see this. Like, I can honestly say that all of the Freddy and the Jason movies, I think I watched later in life, and they were definitely not scary. uh, yes, Isaac, my wife's test did come back negative. Thank you very much for asking. Hey, yo, Roll Tide 504, what's going on? I'm gonna give you a horror movie. Remember Motel Hell. For some strange reason, I have seen and heard about Motel Hell, and it's one of those pop culture movies, and I just don't know if I've seen it. I will look if I can get it on Netflix and watch it on Netflix. Let me just open up a new window here, and Netflix, where are you? Netflix. Motel Hell, right? Or have we talked about it in the past before? No. Let's not. Mute. There we go. There we go. Search. No, they don't have it on Netflix. But I do have a friend that has a Plex server. Let's see if he has it. Come on. Again. M-A-T-H-O-D. Man, hey, you get off my cloud. M-O-T. Come on. M-O-T-E-L-H-E-L. Not out there. Darn it. Alright, Alvin, I'm going to have to do some digging. See if I can find it. Parents never let me watch Striptease. I've never seen it. I kind of think you want to see that one, Meeks. Thank you, Isaac. I appreciate that. Marcus says the scariest movie I've ever seen is Get Out. That wasn't scary. It was cerebral. Like, it was really cerebral. It was really cerebral. The album, you're the one that must have been talking about Motel Hell before, because I remember hearing about it. Not the horror stuff, friend asked. for it, so I got it. It's weird. Cell, that was a weird movie. Alright, good though. Hulu was everything. I'm not paying for a Hulu subscription. The original John Carpenter Halloween. Yes, not the Rob Zombie one. The Thing. John from 4J's, what's up? Get Out was hilarious. It's one of those things, man. You know, I really need to go back and watch it again. I think I've seen Get Out twice, and that is definitely one of those movies where the more times you see it, you see more of the movie, all of the Easter eggs and all of the stuff like that. Well, Marcus, you know, reality is reality. Yeah. Hellraiser, Question J says. My favorite anything was Saw in the title. Grumpus, I like the Saw franchise, definitely. Army of Darkness. I was the kid watching horror movies with my mom, so not much scared me as a kid except The Exorcist. I'm sure your mother scared you too, Alton. I mean, let's just be real. There's a lot to unpack. We'll get out. Yes, indeed, Isaac, there was a lot to unpack. And you will never see it all the first time through. Sorry, Marcus. This will have to do. This is the Creek Stone cozy. Just the Shining classic, dude. I've never seen The Shining from beginning to end. There's so many movies that I've never seen from beginning to end. Uh, yeah. I'm not even gonna admit some of the movies I've never seen from beginning to end. Just you know, I get grief about it whenever I talk to somebody about it, and they're like, "Oh," but I've seen enough of these movies that I can talk about them. Here's one for you. You just got the '70s Wonder Woman TV series, Linda Carter. Now, yeah, as a kid, what Wonder Woman? What? Man, yeah. Linda Carter still looks good. I mean, we're not even yo. Mm-hmm. Mom don't scare me, but if she's upset, Pa will scare me for upsetting Mom. Well, Meeks, I hear you. Oh man, I can't tell you how much I got threatened as a kid, and or would hear stories about how if I got in trouble and the neighbor had to reprimand me, then I was gonna get reprimanded at home because the neighbor had to reprimand me for whatever it is I was doing. Dune. All right, I've heard of Dune before. I've never seen that one. But yeah, I never watched a whole bunch. Did not watch a whole bunch of scary movies as a kid. Excuse me. But all right, Motel Hell. I think it was Alton. I think it was you before, man. We were talking about Motel Hell. Cause I'm like, it sounds familiar. Like I remember looking it up. Or did it do a remake of it? No, 1980. It was out, man. It was you who was talking about this one. Jacqueline Smith. Marcus says, yes, sir. I already know what you're talking about. Not even going to have to repeat it. I have all the Dune books, sci-fi, not horror. Okay. Now I got that song in my head. What song, Question J? Yeah, Alton, it was definitely you who was talking about this movie at some point, and probably in one of these live streams, and I looked it up just like now. I'm looking at the IMDb information. Never ending story. Okay. Excuse me. We do not mention what just happened, okay? We don't mention it, and then it won't happen. Well, it won't happen a lot. It'll happen again, but it won't happen a lot. All right, let's see here. Let's go back here. Videos. The new Dark Crystal on Netflix was good. I might have to look that one up. Alright, so those of you guys who are still here, you guys know that what I try to do is before I end the live stream, I give you the link for tomorrow's video as a way to say thank you for hanging out with me. So there it is. I haven't seen a new one yet. Is that better for you, Question J? Oh man, look. That one's done. I'm not leaving the Dark Crystal. So what have I watched recently on Netflix? I watched The Curse. I know Alton Jean said she was watching The Curse, and I wasn't going to comment because I wanted to see what she said or had to say about The Curse. I liked it. It was a little slow, and they could have gone a lot of different ways. But yeah. Meek says we still know what you did. Alright, maybe back video coming out tomorrow. I'll be learning to cook by feel and not technology. Well, that's what's up. Nothing wrong with that. I'm gonna run for a cigar. Wish me luck. 50-50 draw tonight for 5M. Need it. BFN. Take care. Enjoy the night. Well, you too, Laura. Thank you very much. Candyman, Troy says. Cooking like us old heads. Dash shoot. I already know. Hey, you know what? I'm. It's one of those things, right? I will embrace technology. There's certain things where I'm like, man, I'm not doing that. And there are other things where I'm like, why wouldn't you make it easier on yourself? So, Troy, Candyman, man. I remember watching Candyman as a kid, and I never would say, look, I'm like, Candyman. I would never would say it 3 times. Never. I just still won't do it. Look, Cockroaches at Joe's apartment. We're watching you. Oh, like the Cockroaches at Joe's apartment. Oh, whoops. Sorry. Thank you for keeping me on my toes, Steven. I appreciate that. And here is part 2 coming up. There it is. Sorry about that, Steven, and I appreciate you, fact checking me. I appreciate that. Definitely do. I'm a catch person. I got the meat stick. Love it. Drew, that's like the next bigger purchase I want to make. Don't mess with the Ouija boards either. It's just real, Troy says. Dude, you know where I got introduced to Ouija boards? Bone Thugs and Harmony. There was it the East 1999 album. It was like the album art was a Ouija board, and I'm like, what is this thing? And I looked into it. I'm like, oh man, yeah. Anyone ever do the light as a feather? No, can't say that I have. What about Beetlejuice? Wait, Bone Thugs and Harmony brings you back to middle school. Oh my gosh, man. I I was out of school when Bone Thugs was popping. I was driving at that point, out of high school down there. Hey Mimi, thank you very much for hanging out. One of those Black Magic things. Yeah, I don't know nothing about that stuff. Macy, I was talking about you earlier, talking about how we met, and you came up to me. You were like, "Yo, man, I know you from somewhere," and I'm like, "Nah, you don't know me. Like I just have a familiar face." And he was real insistent, like, "Nah, man, I know you." And then he said, "Nah, man, you just got that big smoker." And I was like, "Hey, you might actually know who I am. Wait, you know about the smoker?" He was like, "Yo, you're Dash." I tell that story all the time because it's so true, and yeah. My mom went out allowed a Ouija board in the house. That's the devil's game, Grumpus says. Oh yeah, we did a Ouija board once. It scared the hell out of me. Had me kick everyone out of my house. Then I realized I was home alone. It was at that moment I knew. Drew says, Bone Thugs, I was in college. Alton. Oh man. I'm gonna send a Ouija board to Alton's house. Oh man. Dude, man, oh my gosh. So in Philly, we had this spot. It was South Street, where what it was, and South Street was where you used to hang out and like people watch. South Street is kind of like Sixth Street in Austin or Georgetown in DC, and like Beale Street in Memphis or like in New Orleans. What's the name of the street everybody hangs out on and walks up and down? Bourbon Street. And I don't know other places around, But anyway, so I remember vividly driving down the South Street in my 1994 Suzu Amigo with the top off. Off, all right? I had a hard top. I didn't have a soft top. I had a top off with friends, and we were banging Bone Thugs. So I know I was I was probably 18, 19 years old, banging Bone Thugs. Like, on the first of the month. Man. I watched them on Unsung Bone Thugs, man. Dude, I was I was a Bone Thugs fan. Like, seriously, a fan. I could sing every single lyric from the entire East 1999 album. From all of the ad-libs. Oh, man. Doom, 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 killer. Man, kill. Oh, man, dude. Like, that is one of my favorite albums because it takes me back to that summer when I was like a junior to a senior in high school. Like, it was, yeah. Get down, brothers, ripping it. Yeah, I gotta go. Well, hey, Alton, I'll be watching the Get Down soon. I remember rocking out Run DMC to get Tougher Than Leather on a record player. Well, Drew, you got me beat there just by a little bit. I was born in 1980, and I really didn't get into music until like 94, 95. Yeah, so. Question J says, the house I grew up in was owned by nuns before we got it. I used to see their ghost or spirit in the yard where they had a garden. No one believed me until I described them and it matched pics of them. Holy cow, Question J. That's nuts. Juice is born in 75. Well, you had a 5-year head start. And I was the oldest. So I didn't have anyone to guide me into music, per se. So I didn't get into music until I was a little older. And like I said, I was like 14, 15 when I got into music, like really got into music. Steven says, born in 72. Jeez. Y'all old. Oh, here we go. Grubbus is born in 53. I still got my record player. You know, it's so funny. We found a record player either in the basement or in the attic recently. and records. And I was like, wow, yeah, wow. Like we should we should play these for the kids. It was one of those. Barbecue in the Bay says cheers. Hey, cheers for real. This is it. We'll probably be done by about in the next 10-15 minutes. Cause that one's almost done. Let's see. Actually, I'm going to go back to my NATFLIX, and we're going to talk about the Get now. Part 2. Hold on. Hold on. Did I watch? No, it's only 2 parts. Alan, this is still old. It's only 2 parts. I watched them all. Oh wow. Hey, I see what you're doing there. Maceo, we're going to wish Maceo a happy birthday because we're not going to miss his birthday. Or excuse me, we're not going to make his birthday. I was 23 and 80, rolling my 78 Trans Am. Holy cow, Troy. Jeez. Man, I would love to have a Trans Am. I was 8 or 9 when I heard my first GNR. Was hooked since. Guns N' Roses. Alright, that's what's up. Now they're coming back. Grumpus. Hey Maceo, happy birthday. Alright, we'll tell you happy birthday a couple days early. Johnson 73. June of 84, Meeks says, well, happy belated birthday. I was always grounded, getting in trouble when I was grounded. You have to stay in your room, and all I could do was listen to music or read. So I spent a lot of time with music and reading. Still do. That's what's up, Drew. Nothing wrong with that. My mom usually took away like all of the extracurricular anything, so I couldn't even listen to music. My mom was slick though. When I used to get in trouble when I was a little older, she would take the coaxial, the slip-on coaxial cable from the cable box to your TV. She'd give me the cord. I'm like, no, please don't take the cord, don't take the cable box. Give me the cord. So she would take the cord, and that was it. I can't remember whether or not I was allowed to listen to music, but I probably was. Excuse me, but I listened to a lot of radio. And get down, brothers. Nope. It says part 2. Yeah, I already seen it both, man. Alton. 8-track sucks, Troy said. It was 8-track cassettes. 8-track, yes. Never had an 8-track, thank goodness. I just seen 8-tracks and heard of 8-tracks. I never had the experience of dealing with an 8-track. But no worries, Maceo. Thank you, man, for hanging out. Definitely. A lot of share on the 8-track. Dude, do not ever talk about listening to share. just because it was on an 8-track doesn't mean it, make it any cooler. 8-track was the bomb when it first came out. I can imagine Grumpus, having 8 whole tracks of music to listen to. Woo! Drew says, still hear my mom yelling at me. Get me a Switch. That'll torture your soul. Oh my goodness. Thank goodness I never had to deal with getting a Switch, because I know that I would have, my hide would have been tan for sure. Troy says, oh wait, Peter Frampton on 8-track. I'm vaguely familiar with Peter Frank Frampton. I'm not Frank. No. Let me see here. What do I have on the server? I know I have a lot of music. Let's see what I have up there. Come on. I'm trying to connect to the server. Now I gotta wake it up. Well, to the network attached storage. Music. Tool. Peter. Tosh. Peter Frampton. Show me the way. I'll have to listen to that a little later. I know from previous experience that I can't listen to that while I'm doing live stream. Victor, my mom will punish me by making me weed, probably while I like herbicides. Victor, that's hilarious. I've got all the Cher songs downloaded. I have a lot of Cher too, probably, which is, oddly disturbing, I'm sure. Let's see, go back out to the network attached storage. Music. Total music. CHER. Yeah, I have a folder full of Cher stuff. It's not that. It's not that much though. Kids have it easy today for sure. Yes, indeed. Joey Bellbottoms. Hey, what's up with you? Shoe throwing. Hey, Troy. You know what, dude? I didn't have a shoe throwing mom. I had one of those. I'm gonna hit you with whatever is in arm reach moms. All right. I remember getting hit with the brush, like the hairbrush. I remember. And it's funny. Somebody said get the switch. We didn't have the switch. We had a belt that hung on the banister upstairs, or banister, and it was get the belt, get the belt. And I don't know whose belt it was. I don't know if it was like an old belt from my mom, or if it was an old belt from my dad. But that thing right there, I used to get my hide tan with that belt for sure. You got that right. I used to hide the switch. They get the belt instead. Don't play Frampton is bad when he was popular. You feel like I do? Okay, you feel like I do. I have a song called "Show Me the Way." No worries, Joey. Well, we have a good time. We hang out. Metallica. Now I'm all into Metallica. I like most of their popular songs. I don't think I've given their albums much listen, but I'm a big Enter Sandman, fan. What do they call it child abuse today? They call it showing love back in the day. Sure enough, Drew. Marcus says, no doubt, dude. I mean, oh man, the belt. Woo, gosh. And I'm telling you, look. So I talked about it before. I have a scar on my chin. That's one of the reasons why I grow my beard out, is so you can't see the scar I have on my chin, because I got hit as a kid and I got bopped into the sink, and it's eyebrows. This one. I think it's this one. I have a scar over one of my eyes, and I'm looking into my phone trying to see the scar, and it might be that one, because I can't see it, but it might be that one. But I have a scar when I got bopped in the back of the head as a kid, and I hit my head on the sink, and I bust my eye open, and I heard I went to the hospital on that one. It was that much blood. My mom was like a bank. She shared interest on the beating. Oh man, there's no such thing as child abuse back in the day. They would be fed up, sure enough. All the whippings I got, I can honestly say it was never my fault. Right. If you download Aries, you can download their complete discography. I don't know about that one. No, not search and share. Oop. ARES. know. You might be the first person to not stump, but ARES. I don't. I'm not pulling anything up. I'm just saying Sunday night. Sure enough. That's where I get a lot of mine. Dude. Hey Marcus, I was supposed to have some popcorn tonight, but I forgot to get the boys to make me some popcorn, and one of the boys to make me some popcorn. Alright. Quester J sent some seasonings for me to try. And he's like, hey, you know, these little tester pouches. He's like, try them out on some popcorn. I'm like, yeah. Too bad they were both upstairs. Back in the day, we would get SWATs in school. Man, again, that's one of those things where kindergarten, first grade, I think I went to a Catholic school. And I got, I got in trouble. And man, I remember my ear being damn near yanked off by the nun who was taking me to the principal's office. And I was like, yo, y'all got to get me up out of the school. I couldn't be in this school. So that's when I got transferred to another school in second grade. This kids always slam the screen door. So the whole thing was you pushed the screen door open and you kept running. And you probably pushed the screen door open further than your parents pushed the screen door. And that's why it always sound or seemed like it was slamming. I found Nightwish with Floor Jensen when I was going through chemo. Her voice is wow. Wow. Let's see. And that's not going to be recent. Or that's going to be recent. Floor Jensen. Dutch singer, songwriter, vocal coach. He's currently lead vocals for a Finnish symphonic metal band. Nightwish. Alright. I will look into that a little later. I once tried to run away from my mom. Oh Lord, did I pay for that? Middle of the night, I was sleeping and Mama had two belts, and I was a helicopter on my eye. Drew said. I gladly take the SWAT at school rather than a note. So no take. I forget. And then paddle the coach had talk about blistering. Oh man, I'm glad. Very popular with the ladies. We always had a friend from tape in case. You had to get a girl in the mood. Worked most of the time. Good night, everyone. Dashes. You know, are killing me. Victor, sorry about that. I play Ghost Love. Score on repeat. Sitting in the chair. Alright. Ghost Love. Ghost Love. Alright. I will check that out. Give me some good old Albert King and Muddy Waters. Albert King. I don't know about Albert King, but I think I've heard of Muddy Waters. No, it's not the right one. Come on, I gotta connect again. Let's see if I can find something. After that, I laid on my stomach for 3 days. Yeah, Drew. William Lewis says, what up? Just finished work. Missed the live. Oh, don't worry about it. Hey, Victor, have a good evening. Bobby B, BB, Freddie, Albert, and JT. Bluesman. Drown on dry land. Albert King. Yeah, I have a lot of music. Barry White. That was always my backup plan. Look, I'm of the Quincy Jones uh, Into the Garden. That was always the starter to the tape. Into the Garden was what started the tape. Little Walther, Howlin' Wolf. Oh man, shoot. Love Barry White. I seen him in concert once. All right, Drew, that's what's up, man. I've joked about the tape before, but I remember taking different CDs and different records and recording, like having to record the tape with the abrupt, you know, pauses and oh man, it was bad. But Enter the Garden was always the way he started it off. That was his told my wife when I die, I want to turn the page. Turn the page. Played in my funeral. All right. Anything by Marvin Gaye would get the ladies right. Troy, what's going on? Yes, indeed. That was man. Yeah, buddy. I'm young, but my mind is old. I'm an old soul when it comes to music, definitely. Picking up my new Tracker Pro 22 tomorrow. Your videos have been helpful. Thank you. Well, J Fan, appreciate that. Drew says R. Kelly back in the day, freak music. Ads. I think I would prefer Jodeci over R. Kelly. Casey, Jojo, Casey, oh yeah, oh yeah. Over R. Kelly, definitely. But R. Kelly had way more hits than Casey and JoJo did. Man, for sure. Funk Radio on Pandora this week. All right. Listen to Nightwish live awaken. Oh yeah, hard to believe it's recorded live. Nightwish. Da, Come on, okay. Nightwish live. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like live awaken open. That's what I'm looking at. Alright guys, I am slow dance. Oh yeah. Marcus, you ain't playing there. Shoot. That lets your intentions be known. So hold up. Let me tell you something. Total. Oh man, shoot, we're not gonna talk about Teddy Pendergrass. Isaac Hayes, he sang about 20 minutes long. Man, sure enough, Isaac Hayes. My favorite Isaac Hayes song is, not characteristic of an Isaac Hayes song. It's actually the song, the theme song from Shaq. Yeah. Oh, Red Hot Chili Peppers. All right. Shall Rock count for some, yeah? No. Teddy Pendergrass. The reasons that we're here. Yo, that's like, man, you got, I'm from Philly. Frankie Beverly and Maze. What? Yo, between Reasons and Computer Love, I knew them from birth. Madwood, I'm drawing a blank. I knew a girl in college when Marvin Gaye took the night from the old there. Alright. Maybe Funkadelic. Alright. Run DMC. Yeah, B, I'm still up. I'm about to go to bed though. I remember that one week this skill was big. That one week, well, Gloria Gaynor would have she would definitely say otherwise. Man, turn them off. He said, turn off the lights. Boom, boom. Light a candle. And he was like, yo, you ain't doing fast enough. Turn them off. The telephonics, yes. Uh, Reasons, Earth, Wind, and Fire. You're right. So who said something about the reasons? Maybe I said it wrong. Anyway, you're right. Earth, Wind, and Fire, the reasons. Reasons, I swear it was on the same album as September. Because that was like the summer, my junior year of high school. Junior into senior year. I had to go to summer school. And I had a buddy, well, a good friend, lived across the street. And it was like a call to arms. He would like put the speaker in the window and start playing music during the day when all our parents were at work. And there was plenty of times when Reasons played and September played and Michael Jackson. Oh man, which Michael Jackson song was it? It was Off the Wall. Too high to get over, too low to get under, stuck in the middle. I can't. Between and then PYT. Doom, 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 doom. Sitting there watching the movie Electric Boogaloo the other night. Oh man, shoot, you probably were breakdancing. The Spinners, nope, that was the way of the world. Okay. Let's go Inferno. December. I thought it was September, not December. But I might be wrong. Let's look back. When the fire. Let's groove tonight. Yeah, it was September, man. Oh, well, maybe they had a December song too, but I know December was the one. Yeah, Chocolate Capricorn, I'm still talking, Want to be starting something, got to be starting something. Too high to get over, yeah, too low to get under. Oh, man, never broke again. What's going on with me, man? Nothing, man, nothing. I'm chilling. A Questa J, good night. Everybody definitely stay cool. Well, he said stay cool dash. Nah, man, stay cool in temperature. You got the air conditioner going over there. Hopefully you have some air conditioning. My best Michael Jackson lady in my life. All right, yeah, that's a good one. Definitely a good one. I think I told you guys before about the lady who was the biggest Michael Jackson fan I'd ever knew. I mean, to the point where she had Michael Jackson sheets and Michael Jackson wallpaper, copies of all of the albums that were like gold and platinum in her house, up on the wall. Dude, it was nuts. And she'd been to see Michael Jackson more times than I was old, and her grandchildren. She had 2 grandsons that lived on my block, were old at the time when I was a kid. Josh says we late. That's all right. I'm getting ready to go. Man, I've been at this 2 and some change hours, almost 3 hours. Kenny Rogers, great love songs. Lionel Richie. All right, yeah, Lionel Richie for sure. And Gaga Davida. Bill Withers. Woo, yes, sir. I remember when you were catering and the lady took the smoke trying to hurry up and collect the food. Yes. Ah, man. Yeah. Yeah. That was one of those days, man. It was like I can't make this up, and I'm glad I have it on film. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Boom, boom, boom. Only darkness every day. Boom, boom, boom. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Yeah, buddy. Mm. 20 briskets, 30 racks of ribs, 20 pounds of sausage tomorrow. That's what's up, B. Yo, Hall and Oates to Sarah Smile. Sarah Smile is Sarah's Smile is another one. Like me and music, jeez, man. Hmm. I don't know. Like I said, I feel like I'm an old soul. That's gonna make me having to like go on my bag here. Uh, Hall and Oates. Yo, Rich Girl was another one that I always liked from Hall and Oates. But I'm getting ready to queue up Sarah Smile. You wanna do a ride along video, take food to customer. So you know what's so funny? I actually did a video in man, like y'all be asking and I'll be on the same wavelength. So over the weekend I did a brisket and I trimmed the brisket. Now, this was all from the GoPro. I have footage from the GoPro of me doing this. I trimmed the brisket. I put the brisket out on Charlotte, all right, the Weber kettle with the slow and sear. I got the kettle ready. Then I trimmed the brisket, took the brisket out, cooked it on the kettle, wrapped the brisket up, finished the brisket, sliced the brisket, then took it out and actually delivered the brisket. So, I mean, from me starting the smoker, well, starting the grill, used it as a smoker, and delivering to these people's houses. I mean, the full day. It was a life. It was a day in a life, basically. And it's all pretty much GoPro, and yeah. So. But, anytime I want to sleep, but listen to the intro to Taxi or Mash. Try for insomnia. Well, that's what's up, Cat. Chocolate Capricorn. Lou Rawls, Bill Withers, both very distinct voices. Yes, indeed. Lou Rawls. I didn't quite understand or get into Lou Rawls until I was older, and heard Lou Rawls sing so many different Christmas songs that I was like, why is this dude such a big deal with Christmas music? And then actually listen to a lot of his music. What do you call old school? Is the music I grew up with. A year older than Prince and Michael Jackson. Well, Troy, sorry to hear that. We have blown up. Opens awesome. That's what's up, man. B, I'm happy. How's Vanna in the COVID-19? Vanna's going fine. Short errands and other things like that. I haven't really had anything crazy. I did have a little bit of a problem. I brought back a was it arcade? No, I was on my way back from delivering an arcade or pinball machine, and she was overheating a little bit. But I just think the coolant got low, and that was it. So I added some coolant, and then I added some distilled water, and she's been running fine. But I mean, I was not running. I was running her kind of hard because I was trying to hurry up and get home. You wrap with foil, butcher paper, William. So I wrapped it with that last cook that I was talking about. I wrapped it with butcher paper because of the fact that I was cooking on the Weber. If I were cooking on anything else aside from the Weber, I would have wrapped in a foil pan with foil on the top. Um, Vegas, man, y'all out there. Ah. Troy says, still going strong, baby. I am. Oh boy. Yeah. That's what's up. So happy for you, Brian. Definitely happy for you. I don't always hate it. They play old music, wanting them to play something new. Now all I listen to is old music. Drew, I completely understand. William says, "What do I prefer on a trigger? I prefer to use the trigger to cook sides. To be completely honest, and that's because I have other cookers that do other things better, and I use the trigger as it is. It's a tool. Just check out Diesel Care Plus for banner. Oh, I use Diesel Care Plus in my Volkswagen, and I have a Passat, and I use that Diesel Care Plus usually whenever I do a fuel filter change. So music, music then. Yes, that was the case, Grumpus. He said old music now was new music then. Sure enough. Only thing though, I mean, dude, I would hate to be. I really think I'd hate to be the kids today and having to listen to the music they're listening to today and call it old school. Quite a bit younger than Clarence Carter, but still stroking. Dude, I think I told y'all about how my aunt used to, sing that when she was cooking. She used to cook on her little smoker. She had a little bullet smoker, and it was never stroking. It was I'm smoking. Grandpa says, "What music now?" Duly noted, sir. Duly noted. Oh man, I mean. All right, guys. Here, look. Let me hit you up with this one more again. I'm gonna hit you up with the. That is the link for the video for tomorrow. That is the link for the video for tomorrow. So if you have not, or go ahead and check that out. Whoa. Yeah, there it is. All right, check that out if you care to tonight. Like I said, you guys know who hang out with me. If I have the video done for Thursday, I always give you guys a link as a way to say thank you. But you could also watch it again tomorrow and comment, so that would be dope as well. All right, guys, I am going to end this. I can't say thank you guys enough for hanging out. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up button for me. I would greatly appreciate it. And KB BBQ, thank you so very much. He's like, first, great time as always. Good night. Oh, Marcus, be easy. Jamie, thank you very much. You guys have a great time, and if Mia is there watching with you guys, shout out to you too. Thank you guys so very much. Your support is greatly appreciated. I would. Oh wait, I do have this, but I didn't touch this one tonight. I just left it close, just in case. But nah. Hey, Steven says, great live stream as always, brother. Good night. Stay safe. Be good. And be good, people. Being good is overrated, Steven. You got to, have a good time every now and again. It's been fun, Grumpus says. Later. Yes, indeed. Adam, what's up, man? Shoot. Not me. I'm about to be asleep. Thanks again for a great time tonight. No problem, John. No worries, Adam, man. Look, you popping in to say what's up, I just greatly appreciate it. Hey, look, if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up. Please do. I'd greatly appreciate it. All right, AB, be easy. Adam, you be easy. Both said thanks. Well, I'm glad that they were there listening. Yeah. Being good is overrated. Well, I mean, whose knob isn't their second best friend, John? I'm just saying. Hey, well, Adam, I appreciate that. And it's just incredible. Well, glad to see you doing good, brother. Well, I appreciate it. Definitely. Hey, John, be easy. Hopefully all is well. And I still want to see more about your build, man. Come on. I'm waiting to see more about it. All right. All right, guys, I am out for real this time. Thank you so very much again, and I really appreciate you. I'll see you next week.